Welcome back, adventurers. We are here for our sixth session of Realms of Faroff. Our adventurers are primed and ready to go, I believe. Enthusiasm, that's what we're hearing right now. Enthusiasm. Right. All right. So, last session's recap for those of you who are here with us, and for those of you who were not here with us last game. The adventurers have made their way to Fort Fowen in pursuit of their first quest, their graduating quest to get out of Adventuring Academy. They were sent to Fort Fowen because several people had gone missing a couple weeks back, and they wanted someone, or precisely a group of adventurers, to find out where did these people go, why did they go missing, where are they now, and hopefully recover these missing people also. So our adventurers have made their way here. They have found out several little tidbits of clues while moving throughout town. Three people have gone missing. All three frequented or at least visited the same establishment, the Froth Inn, over the last few weeks before they went missing. They investigated one of the missing people's homes, found that while it didn't look like anyone had ransacked and tossed the place all over, it was still suspiciously missing anything of value. And then they ended the event with talking with a fur trapper business partner who the fur trapper went missing. They got some more information out of it, and also spotted a sort of sus looking individual that you all had saw at the inn. Kip tried to be clever, tried to get like a tracker down. Unfortunately, his familiar just wasn't cooperating, and neither were his dice. And so we left the last game with you all standing in the middle of the market square. The man is riding off in a carrot or a wagon loaded with supplies, headed out of the town square. And that is where we will pick off. What would you all like to do? That's why I said you had very clever ideas. Unfortunately, the bird didn't cooperate, and neither did your dice. Yeah. It's a fairly large sized town, so there's passageways between buildings and stuff like that. Give me a disguise check. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the vendor is a general goods supplier. You can see like there's stacks of like flour and grains. There's a section for meats and tools and stuff like that. Just kind of like a general purpose uh, area of the bazaar. Has a good quarter of it. He like looks off, so he's like, oh, he picked up some pork, flour, eggs, staples, hardtack, a lot of hardtack. Takes it. Okay, so let me make sure I get everyone's ducks in a row right here. Amnos, you want to follow after him quickly. Jules, you want to follow more sedately. Is that correct? Okay. Um, or Kip, You are disguised. You look like a more rough and drunkard version of yourself. Um, Someone would have to probably peer a little close to see who you are for sure. But you feel like you have a slap together disguise on. What are you doing? Okay. Are you following like with Jules away from the party? Okay. Alara, what are you doing? Okay. Fee, what are you doing? Yeah. Yep. Not currently. He's heading towards the eastern gate of town. It doesn't look like right now there's any other carts on the road that he's traveling. Right now it's cobblestone, but you know that about halfway to the gate it does turn into a more dirt path. Okay. Is anyone here trying to follow stealthily? Mhm. They're fairly close to each other. There's not very large buildings. Most buildings are one story, maybe one and a half at best. Okay. Okay. All right. Give me an athletics check. Can't hear anyone but me, Mark. That's not good. Why is that, I wonder? Give me 1 second, guys.
Maybe it's from when you turned off that voice mod.
No, I was messing with the audio again last night. Um,
Oh,
Mark, can you hear people talking now?
hi Mark, how you doing?
Da
Yo, Mark,
blah da
what's up?
blah da blah da blah da blah
How
da blah.
how's everyone
Hey,
doing?
Mark.
I should hire Mark as my audio engineer at this point. He's always the one who points out.
Seriously.
Yay!
Okay, he hears
Mark
he
can
hears
hear
folks now. Okay,
me.
perfect. All right, so let's see. We got a 12 athletics for Imnos. Um, with your step of the wind, Imnos, you do manage to sort of run off to the side like a road over, and you move between some buildings and you start climbing your way up. But it's a little slow going. You don't find the
Sure.
purchase that you're looking for, but you do get to the top. But you know that you're really going to have to book it maybe a little unsafely in order to follow along and keep him within eyesight because of the time you took to climb up.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to try that when
Okay.
it's time for me to roll again.
Yeah, no worries. Um, all right. Alara, you're going to the stable where you, I assume you shacked up your warhorse.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I realized I muted myself.
No
Yes.
worries. All right. So you head back towards the Frothed Inn, where they've boarded your horse for the evening. Um, and I assume that you're probably gonna turn right back around and start giving chase to everybody else.
I'm just gonna casually get on my horse and start meandering in that direction in a totally I don't look
Got it.
determined. I'm not charging. I'm just watching what's going on.
Got it. All right. So the party starts following after this gentleman. You can see that after the exchange with Kip, he's clearly a little on edge as you see the hood of his cloak moving back and forth as he's looking side to side. Every now and then he looks over his shoulder. Um, he does catch Kip. You do see him look at you for a second, but his eyes just move right over you, not seeming to go, oh, that's the same guy I just talked to a second ago, um, before turning back and looking ahead of him. Imnos, give me another athletics check as you're
Right.
speeding along the rooftops, and I also want you to roll a stealth check because I assume you also don't really want to be
Yeah.
seen jumping around here.
So the first one is the athletics check,
Okay.
and this is the stealth check.
All right. So yeah, you easily manage to start vaulting your way over these buildings in moments where you get to the edge, you don't see anyone there, and you just hop right over because they're not really big gaps. 5 feet maybe at most on some of them. Before you do eventually come to the end of the line of buildings that you are, you can see him on the road probably about 60 feet ahead of you. But there's no more buildings for you to hop. The next one is like 20 feet away from you. It's a substantial leap if you wanted to try to do that. Otherwise, you could easily get down and follow along.
I'll just go down and follow along that way until there is another, unless there is another better vantage point that comes up.
Okay. You all continue to follow this guy. It's not long before he reaches the eastern gate to the town. He pulls right up. One of the guards walks over. You see them exchange some words with each other. The guard takes a glance at what's in the wagon before shrugging, turning to the other guard and making a motion, and the gates are opened up and the guy is let out. And he takes to the road. The gates are closed up behind him. Doesn't look like there's a lot of foot traffic on the road right now. When you guys catch a glance through the gate
What direction is he traveling again?
east. So you guys are now collectively outside or inside the eastern gate, probably about 50, 60 feet away from the gate itself.
I mean, do we want to follow him, see where he goes? It does seem kind of suspicious.
Jules will walk up to the gate.
Hale, how can we help you? Are you looking to leave the town?
Yeah, just stretching my legs out and about.
Right. The gate shuts down for the night at dusk. Make sure if you're looking to return, you're back before the sun sets.
Sure. That
And-
that man that rode off on the wagon. Where's he heading to?
I don't discuss other people's business on the road.
I mean, I don't normally either, but I've been worried about some of the disappearances around here lately, and well, just thought I'd make sure that he's making good choices.
What business is that of yours?
It's a young man, with kids at home. We struck up a conversation at the Frost Inn, and I don't know, just something in my gut. You're a father, you'd know it. You'd know that feeling. You can make a persuasion.
Yeah, diplomacy. Yeah.
At 18.
Well, I do have a little one of my own at home. I understand wanting to protect your own and worry about others. I mean, you don't become a town guardsman because you don't care.
Clearly no threat to the man. I mean,
Well, no, I suppose you're not, but I honestly don't know what his business is. He's a traveler. He comes in and out of town. Assume he's one of the many hunters in the forest. So he must have a large camp with others if he's going so provisioned.
yeah, he seems to be going a lot. Well, I'm going to keep on walking if you don't mind, but I will be back before dusk. No worries.
Safe travels to you.
You too.
And they open up the gate.
Okay.
I'll
Walk
follow
out.
him out.
Okay. You guys are now outside the eastern
Likewise.
gate of Fort Fowen. You can see the guy on his wagon. He's now probably a couple hundred yards away from you all at this stage. Starting to slowly get obscured into the tree line of the Black Forest as he's traveling into it.
So do we want to stay on the road or do we want to get in the tree line and tail him? It does definitely look like he's going to provision a camp.
Well, if
Hey.
we want to follow him as he's taking a wagon, he shouldn't be that difficult to track.
Hey,
Mhm.
Wade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of reach out to my familiar. Is he still following the wagon?
Yes.
Excellent.
He's you do see him soaring up in the sky up above. As the guy disappears into the tree line, he swoops down into the trees and seems to continue following.
Real quick, for all intents and purposes, my invocations are spells, right?
Yes.
Okay, then that means my familiar also has night vision and see invisibility.
I believe that he has to be within within a certain distance of you, doesn't he?
At the time of casting to receive the benefit.
Share spells. You may have any spell he casts himself also affect. The familiar must be within 5 feet at the time of casting and receive the benefit. It stops effect. Okay. If the spell or effect has a duration other than instantaneous, it stops affecting the familiar if it moves further than 5 feet away.
Yep, mine are instantaneous. Invocations have a cast time of instant.
No, it's the
Not a duration, though.
Yeah, so
Oh,
your
gotcha.
duration is like 24 hours because Warlock is awesome with its durations. So unfortunately, once he moves away from you, he loses the benefit of that.
All right, that sucks.
The rest of the party end up catching up to us.
Yeah, everyone is now outside the gate. Alara's here on her horse. Everyone's here.
Um,
I don't know if any
Kip-
of you are trackers, but
Kip kind of looks at Imnas and he's got the look.
Are you seriously asking if none of us are trackers?
I'm just saying I don't know your all skill set. I mean, sorry.
I'd leave it to Fee and Luna if I were to.
I mean, I would
Choose
just leave it to
anyone.
Luna, but
Ouch.
I mean, you're really good at throwing fireballs, but I mean, Luna's the real MVP here.
He's got to point at his Luna.
Oi, Fee,
Yeah.
no need to create more tension when it's not necessary. Eh? He didn't mean any offense.
Mm.
Hey,
Mm.
I'm serious.
Mm.
We talked about this. People skills.
Shh, tracking.
Oh, sure. Now you're fucking doing something useful. You knife-eared.
Give me a survival check, Fee. All right. So it's not hard to track this wagon, primarily because there's no road after about 100 yards. He's going right into the forest with this wagon without a road. So you know he's going to be going slow because it's a forest without a path in it. It's a wagon going through uncut wilderness, so it's going to leave a very large trail behind it. So it's very simple for you to stay on the tracks of this thing, even from very far back. So you're easily able to follow him for as long as you all choose to do so. And he's going to continue moving for pretty much the entire day. He seems to keep going east until dusk, and then you all following him. How far back are you all staying? It's probably a better question I should ask here.
I don't think we need to stay in visual range if we can follow him that easily on the trail.
I think it's
Same.
actually better for us to stay out of sight.
Okay. So as dusk falls, you all do. You're just following along on his trail. You're about say 100 yards away from him, which is easy enough to not be within visual range in the forest. But his trail is so wide, you know you won't lose him. But there is a moment where you guys are walking through the forest, and you see the cart in front of you, and he's not on it. It's just sitting there. The horse is still attached to it. but he's not there. Yes, Kip.
Before we get too much further, just a bit of dialogue that I wanted to approach the party with. Hoi, does anyone know,
Oh, hold on a second. Kip, I muted you by accident. Sorry, the raise hand throws the camera windows off in Zoom. So I was trying to rearrange them real fast. Apologies.
Hoi, does anybody know, anything in particular about, the local area? Like, just know a wee bit about wherever you go?
Wade, relevant knowledge.
So, I mean, you all are in the Black Forest, so it would be more of a knowledge nature check. There's not really a local area to this. So if anyone wants to roll a knowledge nature check, they're free to roll.
I'm just wondering if he's heading in the general direction of the last known location of the missing folk.
I will give it a shot.
I
know
am
nothing.
going to use my bardic knowledge.
As far as what you're looking for, Kip, 3 people went missing. 1 supposedly in the east, 1 in the west, and then 1 in the south. So technically, he is going in the direction of one of the missing people.
Gotcha.
Jules, I mean, the Black Forest, the biggest known dangers in the Black Forest are the spiders. There is an incredibly large colony at the heart of the Black Forest, and they have taken over large swaths of the entire area. Other than that, there's bigger dangers, right? I mean, bears and other things, wild creatures, monsters that frequent these types of environments. But the spiders are the most well-known danger because they could get big, colossal in size. Some of them, the deeper into the forest you go.
And another thing I wanted to run by y'all is something occurred to me after our last encounter with the folks that we were interviewing, and that's something I don't think we've really touched on as a possibility. We've talked about maybe he saw something he shouldn't have seen, or they saw something they shouldn't have seen in the woods, or they were attacked. But the one thing they all have in common, other than being outdoors folks, is that they all patronize the same tavern. And just something to chew on is maybe we think about the possibility that maybe they heard something they shouldn't have heard while in the tavern. Given the clientele that are in there, they're all fairly affluent. It makes sense to me that they may have heard of some ill doings and were removed in a convenient manner. And the fact that they were all outdoors folks made that all the easier.
It's always possible.
This town reeks of rich culpability. And the more I'm out in the world, granted, not long so far, the more I think that the real dangers in the world are just people. Sure, here there be monsters, but people are in a league of their own.
There are many varieties of danger, Kip. That much is certain. Hopefully, when we find wherever this one is traveling to, we'll have some more concrete answers.
At the very least, we can maybe find more people to talk to.
Hi.
So-
At that point, we've happened upon the wagon, probably.
Yeah, so at this point, as you guys are finishing this up, you're a little startled because as you are coming through the tree line, and it's thicker in this area, but it's been crashed through by this wagon. You do see this wagon just sitting here.
Hide behind a tree.
Yeah, if people are going to try to
Yeah.
like, oh shit, and then duck, give me stealth checks, please.
You said we don't see him on the cart.
You do not see him at your initial glance.
Yeah, I'll try to stealth.
got 20. So far, so good. 16. 19.
I'm not stealthing, just so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're just up on your horse, right?
I'm just on my horse.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bother because Kip's firmly in duh mode.
Okay.
As soon as he
Uh,
sees the wagon.
Your hide horse.
Okay, so Alara, you watch as your entire party scatters into the bushes exceptionally well. If you weren't standing there watching where they went and how they did it, you might have trouble figuring out where they've hidden themselves here in the thick wood. But otherwise, you're left on your horse looking at this seemingly abandoned wagon.
I'm
Right,
looking around
and-
in the distance to see if there's anything.
Give me a perception check.
Absolutely. I don't see shit.
It is starting to get dark. You don't see any body or anything in the surrounding area. You do notice that the horse is tied up to a tree, but it hasn't been unhitched from the wagon.
I'm gonna try and make my way up carefully,
Okay.
trying to maintain stealth, but I'd also like to keep peer around and see if I see anything unusual.
Sure. So you move up closer to the wagon. As you get closer to it, you do notice that the area that it's stopped in is a very small glade. It's probably about a 10-foot area where there's no trees or thick bushes growing. It's fairly flat. You do see a bag laying on the forest floor, and yeah, otherwise you don't really take note of anything else.
No obvious signs of a scuffle, no blood or things that are broken. The contents of the bag aren't spilled out.
Contents of the bags are not spilled out. That's fairly obvious from just looking at it. But no signs of a scuffle. You definitely don't see anything broken or hazardly thrown about or anything like that.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Can
Okay,
I
but-
can I throw out detect evil?
Sure. You cast detect evil and nothing immediately pops up for you.
Excellent, thank you.
You swing your head around. You're like, nope, that bird's definitely not evil.
Can I can I listen for somebody who is maybe visiting Mother Nature in the break sense?
Give
Maybe
me
tied the horse
perception.
up.
Yeah, Akko, you do hear the distinct sound of a man relieving himself, probably about 40 feet away to the south. Yeah,
Just kind of look at everybody else, just kind of pantomime like opening my pants.
I'm
Oh
gonna
God!
I'm gonna quick hand a different ring to Dave's character. And give me the look closely at it hand symbol. And
Yeah.
that's fine ring.
Look for any distinctive things on it.
That one
I'm gonna name the ring Fred, so I have a bonded attachment to it.
that one has dwarven carvings on it. And as soon as he's done, I'm gonna place that quietly in the wagon under a sack if there's any sacks so it won't jingle around.
That's easy enough to place it. There are large, heavy sacks of flour and grain in the wagon, so it's easy enough to tuck it in between two bags, where it's definitely not gonna probably become dislodged unless there's a big shutter. But granted, you all traveling here, you did find some places where this thing obviously went over some big roots, so there could be jostling. It just depends on how hard this guy is pushing through, which doesn't seem very hard at all. He's going very slow.
All right, and then I'm gonna move to the underbrush, or at least out of line of sight of the wagon. You said it's getting later in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make the assumption he's probably not going to push on and make camp here, or is it still early enough that he might try to get another mile or two under his belt?
Probably looking to set up camp. You know that he's a human, so you know he doesn't see anything in the dark. And on top of that, the horse can't see in the dark, so no skilled rider would ever try and do that. Especially out here where it's so easy for the horse to hit a root and break an ankle. So more than likely, he's settling down for the evening and making camp.
All right, I'm gonna still within line of sight, within 60 feet. I'm gonna try to climb a tree if possible before he gets back.
Okay. Give
And
me
that-
athletics.
Sure, and I'm also gonna beckon my crow.
Okay. He'll fly over to you.
Do not have athletics, but I do
Climb.
have 0 in climb, so let's do that.
Yeah. Athletics is a combo skill, so just for all of you, you make sure refamiliarize yourselves with the combo skills. Easy enough. You've climbed tons of trees as a child.
Holy
Trying to
shit!
get away from dangers. You saw a cow coming at you once, and you just scrambled up to a tree, and you do it exactly the same way. You
That
climb
actually
right up.
happened.
This is the roll you want to get that nat 20 on.
Absolutely.
As soon as my crow makes it to me, I'm gonna re-up my devil's sight, see the unseen.
Okay.
And keep it within arm's reach so we can have a double watch.
Got it.
This sack on the forest floor, is it relatively within reach?
You would have to go into the middle of this glade, but like I said, it's like 5 feet away from you, but there's no cover next to the sack. So
Well,
you'd
if I
have to
s-
expose yourself by walking in.
If he's still out relieving himself, then I might take a quick poke at it just to see what's in there.
Okay. So you creep forward out of the bush that you're hidden in, get up to the sack and quickly take a peek inside. It looks like it's tent supplies.
Then yeah, I'll take that at face value and go back into the undergrowth.
Okay.
And sort of start making my way back towards the party at large.
Akko, you can hear the guy finishing up.
I snap my fingers twice.
There's a crack in the woods as you all hear that snap.
There's nothing more I can do without like breaking my stealth to really alert them.
Alara, you are out in the open on your horse when you hear this double snap.
All right.
You're in plain view of the cart. What do you do?
I dismount and check the cart.
Okay.
I look like I'm looking to see if someone's hurt or if it's been ransacked or
Sure. So you move up to the cart and you start looking through it. Like I said, it's clear that there are packs of salted meat. There's bags of grain and flour. There's a crate that's filled with eggs. It must be like over 100 eggs in this crate alone, along with other various provisions. The most notable one is that there's 2 large sacks of nothing but hardtack. That's the one that
Okay.
probably catches your eye the first thing that you zero in on. That just
Okay.
seems different than the other things that you're looking at.
well, I'm really just looking at it because if someone comes, I want to look concerned. I am doing the remedial goodliness thing to make sure that if I see something that looks valuable and has been abandoned, to see if it's been raided or hurt or anything. So if someone else comes, I can ask them,
Are you
are
okay?
you all right?
Yeah. Well, coincidentally enough, someone does appear as the man that you have now seen twice. He comes out of the forest tying up his breeches, and as he takes a step into the glade, he looks up and sees you, Alara, and immediately his hands come up and his pants hit his ankles as he's like, what are you doing here?
Hail, friend. That is not necessary. You may take care of your
He scrambles and starts like
garments.
putting his pants back up and tying them up.
I just merely saw that this cart here filled with necessities and valuables seems to be abandoned. Are you okay? Do you feel threatened?
Should I feel threatened? He
No,
starts
but you
looking
shouldn't.
around.
You shouldn't leave such a cart abandoned.
I'm in the middle of nowhere. Why are you following me?
People are going missing.
I'm not going missing. I don't know nothing about it.
You don't know anything about that?
No.
Uh,
Does he sound like he's on the up and up, Wade?
Yeah, can I roll a sense motive?
yeah. Can we
Yeah.
roll a sense
Can we
motive
all
on
roll
that?
sense motive?
Yeah, give me the sense motives if you feel like you need it. So you all get the general sense, except Jules, that this guy is incredibly nervous. He got his nervousness spiked when Alara mentioned the missing people. So take that for what you will. Jules, you think he's really nervous because there's a pretty girl that just saw him with his pants down and around his ankles. Like he's very flustered and flushed. But that's about what you're picking up what he's putting down right now for you.
I'll
I-
keep watching what's going on.
I don't know what you're doing here. I mean, your friend already bothered me at the market. Why are you all following me?
Which friend?
Where's your friend at?
Which friend?
The one you're traveling with, the one I saw you with back at the inn and at the town square, in the market.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Gravy like hair. Wears a scarf.
Gravy like hair?
Yeah, like white, like gravy.
Okay.
It might be the
No, I
strangest
was just out
I've
for
ever heard.
that. That is quite a strange description. No, I was out for a ride and I saw the cart. Your cart has been abandoned. I saw that you were on your own, and I want to make sure that you are not in danger. As I said, people are going missing. I do not want you to be the next one.
Roll me a bluff check, Alara. Because you are not just out for a ride. You all were very purposefully following this guy.
She doesn't want him to be the next one to disappear, though.
But yeah, he is it, like.
But that's not
it's-
what the bluff is about. The bluff is about what she just said, which is, I'm just out for a casual ride, and I just happened to come upon this scene. That's the bluff.
In this area with no trails.
All right. All right. I don't know why you're following me, but there's no reason for you to be out here. 6 hours out of town in the middle of fucking nowhere in the forest.
Wait, we've been traveling for 6 hours. Wait.
Yeah, you all have been traveling along it started to be dusk. Like you guys were around town for a little bit, but then you followed this guy out. It's been a long time. I don't rightly feel comfortable with you being here, and I'd ask you to take your horse and get going somewhere.
You may ask that. I understand. May I ask what you are doing out here on your own while people are going missing, or do you know anything about the people who are going missing?
I don't have to answer questions like that in the middle of nowhere.
You don't have to.
You're not the constabulary.
I am not.
You're the Thane's agent.
I am not.
Well, then I don't think I have anything I want to talk to you about.
You don't want to talk, and that's your decision. I am simply asking. That is all. And I just like turn and get back up on Lucian. Well, I did my part.
Well, good day to you. As he just watches you.
And I turn and start moving away.
All right. For those of you who are still around, he just watches Alara until she gets out of sight. Before you just see him visibly sag with relief that she's no longer here in front of him. Like the bravado at the end is it comes off of him like a slough. Clearly, being confronted with a very well armored woman in the middle of the forest was not good for his heart, probably. As he kind of sits down and just puts his head in his hands for a moment, as he just sits there and on the ground for a while.
Jules Jules will stand up and quietly walk up to the clearing. I am trying to surprise him, but like more along the lines of so Jules will walk up to the cart, and as he's sitting there with his head in his hand, he's just gonna say, "Got a lot on your mind, don't you, son?"
What the Where are you all coming from?
Is he loud enough for me to hear him from my distance?
Absolutely.
All right, I turn around and start writing back.
Who have I been cursed by? What is happening?
What is happening? What you see, our friend back there, she made some points, and I feel like you're hiding something, son.
If I'm hiding something, that's my business.
Don't put up the bravado. It's something's going on. You got a whole cart full of hardtack. You're not going to eat all that. You wouldn't be able to shit for weeks.
I didn't say it was all for me.
Okay, so you got a camp?
Yeah, with a lot of really strong guys who will kick your ass and her ass if you all don't get moving right now.
That's a tender little bluff, son.
Kip, you don't feel that sense of bravado in that statement. His words are very even when he says that statement.
I mean, you can certainly threaten a man of the cloth, but it's never been a wise decision in the past.
I don't know what the hell a man of the cloth is doing out here in the middle of the forest asking me questions, coming out of the fucking wood like some fae folk.
You know exactly why we're here. We're looking into the disappearances.
I don't know anything of import. I'm just a simple provisioner.
Provisioner.
Just provisioner, taking provisions to provide for folk.
Yeah. For a camp full of mean, tough guys who are gonna give us a proper thrashing.
That's right. If you don't leave, so you should get out of here. I don't want no hurt to come to you, priest. But
I mean, worst case scenario, we're already out here. It's dark and it's dusk. We join your camp. We share some merriment. Got some drinks.
I got plenty of drink, and I'm a very merry fellow all on my own.
No, we watched you slide down along that cart. There's something weighing on you.
You
Oh,
harassing
yes.
me.
I can't. I can't speak for everyone, but I think you know that there's a reason we're following you, and I think you're just not willing to divulge it.
All right, let's go with that. Let's say that that's the truth.
Also, where's your stutter?
What stutter?
You lied to me. You said you had a stutter.
It comes and goes. When I'm nervous,
You're not nervous now? You didn't. You weren't nervous when your willy was showing.
I ain't gonna tell you nothing about nothing. So you should just leave.
That's a shame. John, you got something.
Wade you a Facebook message.
You can do that. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. It's a very basic thing that you're trying to do.
Okay.
So you want to describe what's happening here?
I'll let
You're
you
the
do
one
it.
doing it. You're the one doing it. You describe your own damn actions.
You all hear from the woods in the general direction where I'm hiding. Anyone who speaks Draconic?
Yo.
You
Yeah.
hear Akko doing his best impression of a reptilian humanoid, saying things like, "We can eat the pinkskins now."
Oh no.
Oh God.
For those of you who don't speak Draconic, it's just a series of hisses and clicking gnashes.
I'll reply back in Draconic. No, we can't eat them yet.
This guy is like spinning in a circle, like looking around. He's like, what did you bring here? What is this?
I didn't bring anything.
He
Not
pulls a
like,
dagger out and holds it towards you. He's like, did you bring some devil here to kill me?
I'm just as scared as you are, friend. I don't know what that was.
Alara, you ride up.
Hail, friend.
He's got a dagger pointed right at Jules.
I would lower that if I were you.
Call off your demon beasts in the forest.
I have no demon beasts in this forest.
I heard him and he heard him too, right? Tell her that you heard him.
Perhaps if we were in a different forest, things might be
Different? He's like looking around.
more
Well,
my
Jules will
doing.
Jules will look up at Anara. Perhaps I should get up on the horse. And I mean, we could get away. These demons would deal with them, or we could stay around and help them scare them
What-
off.
What demons? I'm not carrying any of my own. Perhaps it is a guilty conscience that weighs on him.
Wait, I want to chuck a javelin at the cart.
Jesus.
Roll an attack roll.
Don't roll a 1.
Assume I'm not flanking.
This isn't the hardest check that he has to make. Okay, so that's more than enough to hit the large broadside of the cart. Are you trying to remain stealthed is the greater question now.
Yes.
Okay, now I need you to make a sniping check, which is a stealth roll minus 20.
That's gonna be real low. Actually, I can't pass that. It would be a 1 at the most.
Okay. So do you still want to throw that? You know your limits. I should have started with that question. I mean,
Yeah, I've come this far. I thought it was gonna. Akko thought it was a good idea when he did it.
To be fair here, John, the thing that you were trying to imitate is the very thing that you are.
Right. I was also thinking I happen to be a dragon thingy, so
I want to pretend to be a reptilian creature in the woods. Well, that just happens to be what you exist as already. Okay.
That's the biggest damn kobold I've ever seen.
So, Jules, Alara, you all watch as a javelin flies through the air over top of this guy and stabs into the side of the cart. Probably about 5 feet away from where Jules is standing next to it also. And you all see Akko standing up out of a bush, his arm forward where he flung it, as the guy spins around and sees Akko and goes, "Ah, demon!" and chucks his dagger right at Akko.
Oh Lord.
I hear
Akko,
That-
let me just resolve this real fast, Alara, and then you
Okay.
can say it. Akko does a 14 hit you.
Does that include a long range for throwing a dagger? Isn't dagger range only 10 feet?
It's 15 feet. But we didn't really establish any distances where you were outside this, so I'm not really factoring that in for this.
Okay.
So
Then
15.
yeah, yes.
All right, that will hit. So you will take roll 2 points of damage.
Ow.
As the dagger spins the air and clocks you in the shoulder with the pommel of it, and then hits the ground in front of you. And then he's standing there without his weapon as he's looking around, and then rushes over next to Jules.
Free dagger.
Yeah, I pick up his dagger.
Call your creature
Jules-
off.
I look at
Jules
the man.
will- Oh, sorry, go ahead, Katie.
I look at the man calmly. I was like, I hear demons can cause you no harm once you relieve your guilty conscience.
Jules will put his arm around him and say, "Back, demon. This man is ready to confess his ill deeds."
I want to slowly, very slowly walk towards them, just like smiling and looking hungry.
All right, I need a bluff check from Jules, and I need an intimidate from Akko. Very nice, Jules.
And
Another 18 on the intimidate. This guy just starts shaking behind Jules. As he like puts his hand like on Jules's back and like look, he's like, I'll tell you everything about all the people. Just go away, demon. Don't eat me. Don't eat me.
I'll start channeling some divine energy to make my fingers start glowing and really play to it. Back, I tell you.
I'll wander off into the woods.
You just
Did you
meanders-
Did you just
meanders.
vampire hiss?
So I look at the man and said, "You only have a short while. He may come back."
Wave goodbye to
is the-
fuck squatch, everyone.
Sorry. Now is the time to tell us everything, or
What-
the demons shall know.
What do I have to tell you? What is it? What'll make him go away and leave me alone?
Here, sit
What
with me. Sit with me.
deceptions lie heavy upon your conscience?
He moves over with Jules and takes a seat on the side of the wagon. I mean, I guess we stole all those people and took their stuff, and I helped them find them and stuff. But we didn't hurt them. They weren't gonna be like hurt. Or I mean, I guess we slapped them around a little bit, but that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I'm the provisioner. I get stuff, and I find the people.
Did you know it is equally as sinful to let something terrible happen as it is to do the terrible thing yourself?
No,
It is.
is that why the demon's after me?
It is.
What?
Tell me now. And I can make sure that the demon will cause you no harm. Tell me, where are the people?
They're at our camp. He reaches into his cloak and he pulls out a folded piece of paper.
Mhm.
I'm going to make this available to all of you on the roll 20.
Excellent.
So-
Thank you.
It says,
Give me one
"I
sec.
prepared explosive runes today."
Right?
Ah, yes, my favorite.
All right, there we go.
Ooh.
Excellent. And where is this camp?
Well, you follow the map that the boss made for me there in the top right. I mean, it's like a day and a half northeast. It's along a little inlet for the river into the forest.
And there is nothing else weighing upon your conscience. Is there?
I'll hiss quietly from the woods.
when I was like 6, I stole my granddad's hairpiece and I wore it and it slipped off in the mud and I put it back on his bedside table and I told him that my sister did it.
Anything else?
I don't know. I robbed and I've cheated people. I probably hurt somebody somewhere a couple times.
And will you continue to do these things?
No, if not with demons after me. I didn't know that that was real.
What is your
Problem.
name?
My name is. Should have had my notes up on that one. Apologies, everyone.
How dare I ask the
Okay.
NPC his
no,
name?
if he has a name, I have it written down. I just didn't have that
And
note
it's a
sheet
good
up.
name.
Yeah,
It's a
right.
very good name.
Where's his spotter? Seer,
Seer?
like
All
like
right.
you're searing meat.
Okay. Well, with that, Seer, go forth and live a more virtuous life, and the demons will not be able to follow your footsteps. But should you stray from that path, they will find you much quicker than they did this time.
Are you gonna stay here and protect me? It's still out there.
I'm going to forgive your ill deeds. You're going to have a new start. Now that you have confessed.
I'm gonna
it's
take
just
this
leave me alone?
opportunity to walk out to melt out from the woods or
He
the bush
jumps
behind
his-
him and say, I strongly suggest you don't make this delivery. You should probably go back to town.
As
You'll
soon
be
as he
safer
says that,
there.
I start speaking in Draconic. Tell him to take us to the camp, tell us of the defenses and where the prisoners are located. The demons are still angry, and then I'm going to cast Shatter on a tree on the opposite side of the wagon.
So you said all that in Draconic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So more hissing and clicking comes from the trees. All of a sudden, a tree explodes in shrapnel. The guy jumps a foot in the air, turns, reaches in the wagon, and grabs a sack and just bolts into the woods.
I try to stop him.
Give me a touch attack. You want to try initiate a grapple with him.
Okay.
So yeah, melee touch attack.
Say flat 20.
Right. That will
14.
absolutely hit him. Oh, sorry. What was it?
14.
14. That will absolutely hit him. Give me a strength check as he tries to resist you.
This will not go well.
Don't worry, you are both equally probably not that equal. Yeah. So you managed to get.
I'm gonna use my luck.
Absolutely, you're feeling lucky. Much better. Yeah, so you managed to get your hand on his shoulder and he pulls away, you almost lose him, but you slide it down and grab his wrist and lock in, putting him into a little bit of a hammer lock, as he's just like on his tiptoes now with his arm wrestled behind. He's like, I thought you wanted me to leave. The demons are gonna kill all of us.
Stay here and you're safe.
I thought
Is
you
he
said I
going-
was blessed.
Is he still going deeper into the woods or back the way he came?
Oh, he was just gonna run into a random direction into the woods.
They're not happy. Well, actually, I don't know this information, so
You will have to. The demons are still calling out for you because instead of running, instead of wanting help to escape from them, you must first immediately start your penance. You must start living a virtuous life right now by aiding us and showing us in bringing us to this camp and telling us of their defenses. You have to undo the harm you have already done.
I'll penance anything you want me to penance. As he falls like you feel him go slack, and he falls down to his knees, dropping his sack in front of him. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Just don't let him eat me.
In Draconic, ask him if he's the one that does the snatching or if he just locates the targets.
Are you the one who takes these people, or do you just choose them?
I stay in town and I find people that probably won't be missed all that much, and then they get them while they're out in the woods hunting, and then I go and collect stuff from their house.
Are there any other contacts of yours in town, or are you the only one there?
Just me. I also get all the provisions for the camp, so I come back with a report for Yuf, and then then they come and they get them.
Hey, Wade,
Yoof.
I'm going to jump out of the tree.
Okay,
About how high up am I?
about 15 feet.
I'm going to activate my racial feather fall to land softly on the ground.
Okay.
Boy, it's me, sausage hair, you wee fuck.
I believe it was gravy hair.
Yeah, your hair's white and wavy like gravy.
So here's what you're going to do, you wee fuck. You're going to head back to camp and you're going to tell them that you've located some perfect targets, but they'll need to move fast. And then I'll add in Draconic. That'll split the forces so there's less people to fight through to the prisoners.
Respond in Draconic. Are you sure we want to complicate the matter? That involves placing a lot of trust in this man.
Wait, are
Fair.
you all the ones making that sound? As he looks at Kip and then looks at Emnos.
I am the fucking demon lad.
Make a bluff check for me.
I will absolutely do that.
The sinister atmosphere you manage to create around you is so palpable that for a moment, everyone believes that Kip is a demon.
So
As
unless
the sky darkens around the forest for a moment as he says those words, and you all feel your hairs raise up on the back of your neck.
so
I feel like my theories are confirmed.
I'm gonna push in closer. So unless you want me to peel the fucking skin from your fingers and toes and make you eat the flesh while you still fucking breathe, you're gonna do every fucking thing I say. Do you understand me?
Anything you want me to do? As he just falls down and curls up into a fetal position. He is just weeping and just saying anything.
Are they guarded?
Yeah,
How many other prisoners are there?
just the three. Just the three were taken to cell.
How many people usually go to do the snatching?
Just 2 or 3.
Out of how many in the camp total?
I don't know. I think there's like 20.
You're gonna tell them it's a large group, but it's well worth it, and they'll need to send a large number.
They won't do it. They told me. You've said they only go after people who are by themselves. They don't want to cause a stir. People who won't be missed. He won't go after a group. He's too careful. He's too smart.
Who is he?
Yuf. I don't know. He's one of the small folk from out in the desert.
Ah, fuck me.
He came here. I mean, we were doing some robbing on the road up near Chardot, and he found us and hired us to help him get slaves to take back to the desert. It was good money. Well, it was bad money. It was terrible money. That was wicked and tainted, and I'm a terrible person.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll fucking get to that. Could you get to the prisoners yourself? Are they locked?
Yeah, he's got him in a cage. One big cage. No
Any
one put
other
him on the boat.
defenses?
And he,
Like
what?
any other defenses into camp? Pit traps or alarms? Guard
Was
posts?
big
People posted
wall.
into trees? Wall,
Big
you said.
wall that he made us build, and it's got men on it all the time. It's like a real like mercenary camp. It's like legit, except that it's not for legit things.
What are your people armed with, rel- relatively speaking?
Swords, bows. And he's the fancy man. He isn't. He has like a dagger, I guess.
The fancy man.
Yeah, he's like a street magician or like a real one. I don't know.
So you haven't seen him use magical powers before.
Well, no, I don't go into camp except to take the provisions and stuff. I hear he subdues the people to make them more like easy to move around.
Yeah.
But I don't know nothing about no witchcraft. I don't do that.
Wait, I'm gonna take the note and copy over the map as best I can, along with some of the text, and then write an additional note
Okay.
to the guards in town, letting them know that the general location of this camp, 20 men, potentially one mage. The prisoners are there, the name of the leader, and roll it up and look at the bird.
Mine?
Gonna try to communicate emphatically to start and picture the image of the man we originally questioned, the guard or the head of the guards.
Oh, the house Carl.
Yes,
Give me an intelligence check.
sure.
Oh, sorry. Actually, give me a charisma check because your bond with your familiar is based on your charisma.
Yes. And hopefully he'll be able to understand with 7 intelligence. I don't know.
Well, that's really what this is trying to impart. It's trying to manipulate the familiar bond to have him act the way you want him to act. He looks at you and you see his beady little doll eyes focus in on you, and it just starts nodding.
And then I'll show him another ring. This is yours if you can get the message to him as fast as possible. I need you to fly now.
Make a dexterity check for me, Wonder.
There it is.
Or I should say a reflex save. Give me a reflex save.
Okay.
You can roll it fresh because I told you the wrong thing. You manage to slip the ring back down your hand as the bird goes to grab it before it turns and grabs the letter and flies off
Okay.
and disappears into the canopy of the trees.
How much further is the camp?
Like a day.
All right.
I figured I'd hit there around dusk or evening tomorrow.
I can tell you this. If you can get us to the camp and we can get those prisoners out alive, your absolution from these 2 fine religious folks, I'll let it stand and I'll call off my dogs. If anything should happen to those 3 or you betray us, hell will seem gentle compared to what I'll fucking do to you.
I mean, I can't control what Yuf does. That guy eats people. He could have already eaten all 3 of them because he got bored.
Well, then I'd start racking your brain for details that might help. You've got until morning.
He just kind of like looks off into the forest, kind of dazed.
Well, then I suppose we better set up camp.
I'll
Yep.
take second watch.
I'll go first.
I'll be with you.
I will also take second watch. As I walk back into the clearing, I don't say anything at all. I just kind of stare at the guy.
He
And I'll
looks
take
at you
third.
for a moment, unsure, but just kind of curls away from you up against the wagon wheel that he's pressed himself up against.
Wherever
Um,
I wind up like bedding down, I'm gonna make sure I keep staring at it.
What are you all doing about this man? Are you all just letting him go about his own devices? Are you tying him up? Are you doing something? Or are you just gonna hope that he's there in the morning?
A large portion of my first watch is going to be watching him rather than the camp.
Oh, I would have retrieved my javelin, by the way.
Easily enough. All right, so who's on first watch?
I am.
Myself.
And Imnos. Okay. Give me perception checks, please.
Absolutely. Oh, goodness. Okay.
To add to the effect, Wade, before we all end up crashing out for the night, I spend much of the night preaching to him about ways that he can do some remedial good.
He
Everyone's favorite phrase.
he doesn't really seem to respond. It's almost like he's in a state of catatonic shock, and that he doesn't know what to do, so he just ends up doing nothing. He's so overwhelmed by what's going on.
Cool. Perfect.
The
All right,
button's
7
working.
and a 14.
I love it.
First watch passes without much incident. You all hear the regular noises of the forest. Imnos, you have your eyes like laser locked on this guy, but it seems unnecessary as he barely twitches over the couple hours that you're on watch. He mostly just keeps right up against that wagon wheel, his sack and his arms hugged to his chest, as he just sits there quietly looking off at nothing.
I'll get him like a mug of whatever we've got brewing over the fire. And it'll just be like for the cold.
Thank you. And he drinks it.
I figure it'll just maybe help if we treat him like a human.
No, absolutely.
All right, first watch passes. Second watch, I believe that's Akko and Kip.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, give me perception, please.
Eh,
That's actually a 17. Just have the +1 for my meditation.
Got it.
You know, Akko, if you became my familiar, you too could have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Well, fuck you.
I have things better than dark vision.
All right, so 17 is 16. So you all take up your watch, relieving the former two. Again, the night seems to pass without much incident. There's no flying dragons. There's no spider attacks.
We should have taken third watch.
Just
Right.
a regular evening. The guy does pass out during your watch. He eventually does seem to just kind of fall over against the wagon, finally passing out due to pure exhaustion. But if anything, it looks like a very fitful sleep that he's having. Third watch.
Before we pass over to the next watch, I want to make
Yeah.
sure to cast Mage Armor before I go to sleep because I have learned that in the past.
Okay.
Wade, the flour, is the flour in sacks?
Yeah.
Is anything in barrels?
No barrels. There's a couple of small crates filled with eggs.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Akko,
What?
you remember that incident we accidentally engineered in the commissary back at the school?
Vaguely.
You remember what happens when you introduce flame to tightly packed flour?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And they have a wall. And we have a wee druid who likes to throw fireballs.
That's true.
Coming at them head on isn't going to work. Any distraction we can cause, any disarray, will only work to our advantage.
Yeah, I think we should. I'm absolutely with you. We tie all the sacks of flour to Ilara's horse and we just send it on in there.
Okay, let's back up to prior to the horse part and re-examine this in a manner that won't make you skewered frog's legs. I'm thinking the egg crates.
Oh, put the flour in the egg crates.
Well, it has to be tightly packed or else it won't work. Then
Well,
maybe
I mean, you want it to spread out.
then maybe some oil on top of the crate so it'll catch. I'm just thinking, I don't know if it'll work.
Well, I mean, it's too bad we don't have like a trebuchet. I assume we can't build one.
Well, you can make Alara big again.
Ooh, that's a good point. She could just throw them.
Or kick
it-
down the wall.
Yeah, suppose that's also a valid option. I was really stuck on the exploding flower.
I just realized none of our concoctions really work out intentionally. Just
I mean, sometimes they
Accidentally.
do. The back and forth here worked out pretty well.
well, let's get some shut-eye.
Mage armor.
And third watch, I believe that's going to be Alara and Fee and.
I already did first watch.
Oh, you did. Okay, so Jules and.
Yo,
Fee.
what do my elf eyes see?
Let's see. I got your perception. Jules, can I get your perception, please?
We're taking the cannibals to Isengard. Jesus.
That's why I said what I said.
Right. Yeah. All right. So you all take your watch. Luna's running around the camp a little bit. At one point, the man like reaches up as Luna passes, almost to like just pet her fur. As he wakes up also after a very short rest of his own. How does Luna react to him sort of reaching out to her?
If she assumes that he's only going to pet her and not to try to grab her, she will act like a dog.
Okay. Yeah, he does. He just puts his hand, and as she's passing, he just lets his hand move along her fur, but doesn't try and like grab onto her or anything like that.
WWMD. What would Moose do?
The rest of the evening closes out in the morning without anything in particular happening. But any conversation you want to have, feel free.
Jules will start making breakfast near the end of the shift.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You all wake up to the smell of eggs provided by the cart. Some pork bacon. Yeah, it smells real nice.
It's
I'm
a
gonna-
hearty breakfast.
empty one of the smaller crates of eggs and pack some flour in there as tight as I possibly can and do a test run of this if this is something we're gonna try.
Give me either knowledge engineering or I would take a craft alchemy check on this for what you're trying to accomplish. I would take either one of those.
That the got it.
Yeah.
You put a bunch of flour in a crate and you convince yourself that this is a number one good plan.
I'm a fucking genius.
Make sure we save enough food for the captives. They're not likely to have been fed well.
So Akko would like to first meditate on the smiting of all the bad people in this place with fire. So I'll switch my meditation to the Bahamut one.
Okay.
And then if Kip is going to try doing this, can I go to assist him as
You
I have
can.
knowledge engineering or whatever
You can.
he needed?
Imnos, you feel certain that you all could gorge yourself all day on the supplies here and it still wouldn't
Yeah.
be very low. Knowledge.
I just wanted to point that out so they don't blow up all the food.
Right.
It does smell divine. Thank you, Jules.
Akko, you move over and you open the crate back up once Kip declares it's finished. And you're like, okay, I see what we're trying to do here. It's a very basic sort of powder bomb, right? So you know you have to pack it much more condensed than what it is right now. So you pull out like a little tool that's in the wagon and you start stamping it down and filling it back up, and then sealing the crate up so that there's no leak of any powder. And you feel confident like if you hit this with like a powerful enough combustive force, you would get that spray bomb that you're looking for. Right.
I read what you're saying here.
You
I
think
gotcha.
you think you've got it.
I'm pretty sure I've got it.
Yeah.
I pat Kip on the back. Good job, buddy.
So you think some oil as a makeshift fuse, or would any blast be sufficient to make it boom?
I out of my pack, I hold up the scroll of fireball
Oh,
and then I put it away.
oh.
You both feel confident that that's a powerful enough boom for just about anything you want to accomplish.
All right, so let's make as many as we have egg crates.
You can make 2.
Let's make 2.
So wait, what is the plan? What are you doing?
Nothing. Wait, we're not at school. We're making a bomb.
Okay.
I almost preferred when I didn't know.
What's the goal here?
To explode.
What do you want to do with the bomb? Where do you want to explode the bomb?
The wall.
Which wall?
The wall around the camp.
Not our camp, I hope.
No. The kidnappers' camp. He said they've got an actual wall and they're
Yes.
patrolling it.
It'll be ours when we're done with it.
I would
but
like to clarify these things
We have
before I assume with the 2 of you.
we have 2 options. We make a hole, or you become huge and you make a
Oh my
hole.
goodness.
But then they'll all see up your skirt.
I'm wearing pants.
that's
Well,
not how
that-
the magic works.
That just took the wind out of that fucking joke. Thank you very much.
That's the real tragedy here.
I
Yes,
said we could
ruining
make you
Kip's
big and you could
humor.
Throw them. That
I
was
mean,
also an option.
Could.
Forgive me for saying so, but this actually doesn't sound like a terrible plan.
It doesn't, and I'm mad about it.
If anyone here has craft alchemy, I would encourage you to roll it right about now, hearing this all said very openly. Or it's a profession related to alchemy or anything like that.
Herbalist.
Yeah, you can roll that. I'm going to alter the DC a little higher because it's not in the same vein, but it's close.
Can I combine it with my? Well, never mind.
Yeah, you know
21.
what? That's good enough.
You know, some say baking is like alchemy.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
So, the plan, if you're reading it right here, Jules, is to ignite these crates of flour to create a sort of poof bomb that creates a much bigger explosion than is in reality happening. You would need some sort of combustive that's powerful enough to ignite this the way you want it to. The fireball that Akko has access to, even with your limited knowledge of how arcanery works, you all have heard of what fireballs do. You're like, that would absolutely do it. But simply chucking the crates wouldn't accomplish anything without a fuel, fire, combustive source attached to it.
Oh yeah, no, I was meaning she throws the crate at the wall and then we shoot it.
You would have to be extremely precise in your timing. You know that much.
Yeah.
Because if it hits that wall and breaks and then fire hits it, you're not getting any extra effect.
But it would work very well should parts of the camp be on fire as a way to create additional explosions. That would be very distracting.
If you threw it into a burning building, you would definitely get that poof.
The opposite of a smoke bomb, if you will. Smoke bomb.
Akko?
wall.
I had a really terrible other plan.
We're fucking good at this.
We could also, we have a rather large number of gold coins. We could put them in the cart and then have him roll the cart up to the gate. And then when they all come out and he's like, hey, look at all this gold that I got in town. And they all gather around it, then we blow it up.
I don't understand. We already approved of your plan.
Wouldn't
The
I
fact that
be
we said
there
it
when
isn't a
blows
bad
up?
plan, is that why you need to come up
No,
with another
you'll
plan?
be fine. We've got magic to help that.
Akko, we can construct a very large rabbit out of wood.
Oh.
We'll wheel it up to the gate at night.
I don't think we have time for that.
What the fuck are you all going on about?
They're over planning.
Pretty much.
My
we-
name's
we do-
Fee,
we do.
and I spoil all the fun.
We're gonna go rescue these
Striking
people.
impression.
We're gonna turn in the contract and
Oh,
we're gonna
shit, the
fucking
people.
graduate.
I forgot about the people.
We definitely shouldn't blow up the people. We wouldn't
No,
want to
please,
fail.
no.
please be sure not to just randomly light buildings in the camp on fire. We don't know which one the prisoners are
And
being
you
held in.
fuck widgets make fun of my morals.
I'll
So-
I'll
I
gesture
don't.
at the guy, the driver. Oi,
Yeah.
man, fingers, make you eat them. The prisoners, are they kept anywhere near the wall where you enter the camp?
No, it's not near the gates. All the way away from it, really.
Okay, so I'm going to give you this piece of wee parchment, and you're going to draw us a rough map of the camp and where the prisoners are located, the gate, anything else you feel is important. For every correct detail you give me, you get to keep one of your digits. I
Um,
suggest you come up with at least 20.
Okay.
I was going to say their morals aren't what I'm worried about, Fee, but I stand corrected.
Well,
I
let's
am
see.
also a bit concerned, but I'm not their mother.
So there's like a wall, kind of like that.
I remain concerned about their attention spans, though.
And then
Ooh, something shiny.
there's
That's a fair assessment.
there's like water, and there is there's like a building, and there's the cage and another building. Oh, there's another building here. That's where Yuf and everyone else that's important sleeps. There's like a dock. That's where the boat is. That's what we're gonna use to go to Kali. Yuf says it's really nice there, and that we can all live there. There's the fire pit. And then there's like all the extra sleeping that we all sleep in. Over here. This is like where I put all the provisions when I come in, and this is where the horses are. And like I said, this is where the potential slave, kidnap victims, the victims go that I've hurt. They go there, and I don't know. Oh, the gate. The gate is like here. That's kind of like what the gate is.
Hmm.
And like the wall goes into the water a little bit too. Like Yuf really wanted it to be like a good wall. He wanted to be able to use this over and over again.
So is there only the one halfling, or is there more than one?
No, there's just Yuf.
Just him?
Yeah,
People
mean-
sleep in Yuf's cabin.
there's a lot of different people in the group, but Yuf is the only halfling.
No, I was just curious if there were more, because I would assume that as soon as you got the Kali, he would just enslave everybody, but
What? He
no,
wouldn't do
that would make
right?
sense, right? Well, I mean, aren't the little people like cannibals?
Yeah,
Well, he eats people, but he said that we would all go there and sell them and get rich and keep doing
No.
this.
they're gonna enslave you. We'll come back, recruit new people, and keep using the camp over and over.
So what's over here, Seer?
Trees?
Okay. My suggestion is that we attempt our breach right there on the X. Rather than the gate, it's the least amount of distance to close, and if we can get them out quickly, we can fade back into the woods. Or we can try for the boat, but none of us know how to sail.
How tall is the wall?
It's about 10 feet.
Do you have any particular loyalty to these folks other than the fact that they pay you?
Well, I don't know. I got a couple friends, but you're gonna kill me if I don't do what you want me to do because you're a fucking devil.
I
and
said
spits
nothing
on your
about-
feet.
I said nothing about killing you, lad. You'll just wish I had.
You know, Seer, if you want to endear yourself to him, keep referring to his hair as Keep
Gravy-like?
referring to him
Wavy
as
gravy.
having gravy-like hair. He likes that,
I don't want to endure demons. I want demons to go away from me forever.
but
Oh,
he's less likely to take fingers if you remind him how delicious gravy is.
So here's what I want you to do, Seer.
If you all want to get to the camp before it gets too dark, we should probably leave.
We'll talk as we travel then, and I'll just keep talking while we break camp. So here's what I want you to do, Seer. The shack where you keep the provisions,
Yeah?
I need you to light that on fire.
No. I'm not going in there.
Why not?
Because you guys are going to attack, and then they're going to know that I helped.
Not if you're clever about it.
You're not going to stay
Do
friends
I
with
look
them.
real clever to you?
Clever
No.
enough to
He's
survive?
got a point.
Maybe.
No, I'm not going in there. You guys might kill me when I go in there.
We will not kill you.
I don't know
Good.
what's going to happen. I don't want to be a part of anything.
We'll try not to kill you.
I'm definitely not going there now. I'll never go in there.
All right. You
Hey.
start driving the wagon. Let us know when we're about an hour out from camp. Are there sentries further out from camp?
No, just on the guard posts on the wall.
Then we'll be stopping an hour out from camp and we'll talk further then.
All right.
And I'll
he,
be sitting
loads
next
up.
to you on the wagon.
Okay. Don't corrupt me, demon.
Oh no, just so you know. You see this finger right here?
Yeah.
Now hold up my index finger, point at a tree, and then blast it. That's what's gonna happen to your fucking heart if you do anything funny.
He looks at Jules.
Oh, he can.
Is he really gonna kill me?
If you-
I again make my hand start to glow and start holding it near Kip's face.
Oh no, priest. That's not gonna work until he meets his end of the bargain. Until then, he's in my power, not yours.
He
If
he
you
just
hu- if you
shudders
hu-
and looks forward.
If you harm him and he's done his end of the bargain, you know that I will bring great justice down upon you.
I'll help.
Oh, we'll see, won't we?
It's cute that you all think that'll work against him.
I don't.
I mean, they
understand
might
what's
make him fail
happening.
remedial goodliness and you have to stay in school longer.
And
which
I
you might
start-
like.
muttering in Draconic, I feel dirty. I need a shower. Oh
Wait.
my god. I
Kip,
hate
did you
every
have to
second
take
of this.
remedial goodliness? Did you lie to me?
In Draconic, I took it twice and I failed it both times.
Am I the only person that didn't have to take this fucking class?
I didn't.
I've never gotten below an A plus on it, below perfect actually. And I've had to take it 7 times. So
I
It
actually
doesn't
wrote
say
the
much.
Study guide.
This class sounds horrible, and I'm glad I never had to take it.
I don't think you're understanding the point I'm making. Still in Draconic, by the way. If I fail the class, I can't graduate the college and I don't have to leave.
Ah,
So goes the logic. If
I
we're being
hate his
serious
flawed
for a
logic.
moment, I don't think we should rely on this man in the camp itself. He may be somewhat reprehensible, but I think having him aid us that directly would put him in undue danger.
I am inclined to agree.
a nod.
He
They're
also
fu-
becomes a liability.
I agree as well.
They'll
Yes.
fucking kill him and he'll betray us at the first opportunity. So I think the kindest thing we could do to him is incapacitate him with the wagon or at the gates, and somebody takes his place and drives the wagon in.
You know, as the person with the greatest disguise skill, I think that should be you.
I'm terrible at disguising.
I don't know. You're pretty good at lying to everybody else.
Lying and disguising are 2 different things.
No, I don't think so.
I can lie to your ear, not to your eyes.
You put his cloak on, it'll be good.
You don't have to distract them for very long, Kip.
This all in Draconic.
Apparently.
Uh,
Actually,
As that occurs to me, I'm gonna be jotting down basically the bare bones of the conversation, and at some point, I'll hand it over to Jules, the Cliff's notes.
I will.
You get a very confusing write up of a conversation.
And
yeah,
then
that looks like a plan.
I'm gonna write out another note and hand it to him. It's a coupon for 1 free Draconic Primer, compliments of the Academy Library.
Yeah,
It's true. Apparently, you have to learn Draconic if you're going to be part of the baby worms.
I am
Nope.
110% studying their conversations and trying to start learning this language.
You're going to Antonio Banderas it?
You're 13th warrior us.
Nope.
Osmosis. He learns just by being around it. All right.
Listen.
So the guy gets the horse going, and it's slow going through the forest, but he seems to have an idea as he looks at different markers that are set up, and later on in the day, it's starting to get dusk. He stops. He's like, "Oh, all right, we're about an hour away from the camp from here."
So the question is, night or morning?
I think it depends. Do we plan on trying to do this via subterfuge, or do we plan on forcing our way through?
It'll probably be easier for us to sneak closer during the night.
If I understand the scroll that we have, I don't understand why we don't just attempt to cast it on Kif's building or inside of it to kick things off, if you would.
Until we can, with certainty, verify where the prisoners are, I'd prefer not that. He may have moved them to have his amusements or some other dark purpose or make them dance. I don't know.
He does do that sometimes.
We could have the cart. We could have the cart powder bomb be our backup option. Be plan B.
Well, what I'd prefer to do is drop you out of line of sight, give you about 10 minutes to position at the spot I marked on the wall, and then I'll drive the cart in.
Hey Kip, I have an idea. If we want to send a nighttime scout through, you realize I can talk to your raven easier than you can, right?
You realize I sent my raven away yesterday, right?
Why? Why do you do this?
Because in case we all die, the guards will know where to find the prisoners if they're still alive.
It's a good point.
We pass our test posthumously.
I have another option as well. If the wall is only 10 or 12 feet high, we make somebody big, they can just drop everybody over the other side.
Okay, but where do the bombs fit in?
There are no bombs.
We could clear the camp, put the bombs on the boat, and then just have fireworks show to celebrate.
You can have some of us try and sneak in, and the bombs can distract us if and when things kick off.
Okay, so we'll get you close. Someone will have to take care of Seer here. I'll give you 10 minutes to get in place with whatever your plan is. Then I'll drive the wagon into the camp and make my own show.
Jules, if I might make a suggestion, you seem to have a somewhat more compelling, positive tone to your ministrations than, say, Kip, for example. Why don't you just try and convince Seer to stay away from camp and lie low?
I mean, is it Seer right here? Aren't we right next to him?
I suppose we are.
Seer,
Yeah.
oh boy.
You mean to stay away from the camp and stay right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it would be the least dangerous for everyone involved.
Is there a passphrase with the guards at the gate?
No, they know me. Been working together for months.
Damn, I guess that means we'll have to take his face.
No. And he starts standing up.
I
He's
point at him.
joking, I trust.
Yeah. Yeah, but poor buddy, I was joking.
Dear, sit down.
He sits back down. Very
This ting-
reluctantly.
This ting is loaded, and I point at him. Don't do that again.
I'm starting to really question who you all are.
We're the heroes.
Don't worry, buddy. I question who we are all the time.
I just lean in real close. We are the baby worms.
No, not a thing.
All right. I'll stay here. If you're not back by morning, I'm leaving.
Oi,
I'll just be honest.
Akko,
Mm-hmm.
give him his knife back.
No, I was gonna keep his spoils of war. I hand him his knife back.
He takes it and he lifts his cloak up, and he sheaths it with 3 other daggers he has under his cloak.
Yeah, if he was willing to throw them, I assume he had more.
How'd it be taking that cloak, though?
All right, and he unclasps his cloak and hands it to you.
I'll
It
toss him his
smells pretty bad.
Yeah, I'll toss him his go bag.
He takes it back and hugs it.
In Draconic, you could give him the bear skin.
Fuck you, that's mine.
Jules will walk over to Seer, kind of sit next to him and put a hand on his shoulder. You want a better life, don't you?
Yeah, without
You want
demons.
without demons. You want to be a better person.
Yeah, without demons.
Yes. You have that chance right now.
All right.
You stay here, you help us. You absolve yourself of your sins. The demons will be cast away. I can even help you find work.
Father, there's a lot going on here right now that I'm going to be honest, I don't really understand all of it,
And you
but
probably won't.
it feels more like you're working with demons to save slaves, and I'm not sure how I feel about any of it, and I think I'd rather just be done with all of you, if that's okay.
Yeah, that seems like the wise thing to do.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
Be
I'd even
suing-
like to leave right now if I could. If I could just leave, I'll go west, and you all won't see me ever again.
be seeing you soon, Seer.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
He
go.
hops off the car and instantly leaves. He just takes off. He just books it.
I slap the reins to the horse.
Well, I
You had
suppose
too
we've
much
given that
fun with
man
that.
A lot to
I
think
feel
about.
so fucking dirty.
You had too much fun with
I'm
that.
shaking in my own fucking boots. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the last time I read a book about a hero.
When I
Fuck.
started that farce, I didn't think how far you would take that.
I
Well-
agree.
That was your first mistake.
These are the dangers of being a habitual fucking storyteller. Lies come a wee bit too easy.
I agree, though. I will not partake in the mental torture of a man again. This was
Luckily,
Oh,
you
no.
won't have to.
Let us think things through a little bit more before we end up in that position again, shall we?
Let's determine the efficacy of this plan before we make any long-term judgments.
Okay.
If it saves 3 innocent lives with the life of a kidnapper and party to murder and slavery, I have no compunctions about the decisions I've made.
agreed.
Now, if we lose them, well, I'll have a different hell to pay, won't I?
Won't we all?
All right, so you all are in the cart. You're an hour away from the camp, according to Seer. What is your approach? Are you all taking the cart and just going right up to the gate? Or are you guys gonna get off the cart, stealth up? What's your game plan here?
I'm going to drop them off clear of line of sight of the gate.
Okay.
And give them 10 minutes to get in position and then head in.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you guys access to the map.
Okay.
I'm
Excellent.
going to put you guys where there. So you all, as you all approach, there is a dirt path that's been made leading towards this encampment. So I'm going to put you all where you'll be entering from for the cart. We'll say that you're outside of the line. I'll let you guys will have a good idea of where you want to go from there. Probably be some stealth checks depending on where you want to go, but let me give you guys visual here.
Oh, so we're not using that map that you drew.
No, I have a real map.
I was gonna ask if we could use that for our combat map.
No, I have a real combat map.
It's
for you
gridded
guys
and everything,
Hey,
though.
with dynamic lighting and everything. I made this one
Hey.
fancy.
Hey, Wade.
Yeah.
Can I get my fancy token?
I don't have
I've
I don't have
uploaded
that
it.
set up at all yet.
Oh, I already uploaded it to my thing.
Oh, is it?
You should be able to
Yeah.
just drag it.
Yeah, let me put it on there. We'll get rid of this
Aqua.
one, and
Uh-huh.
we will throw
You
in.
taking the booms or am I taking the booms?
To the where?
Oh, it's got the wrong token.
Are you going to be using them or should I use them as the it's time to go symbol?
I mean, you can use them if you want. I can even give you the scroll if you can cast it.
I can. Whether or not I can is the question. My luck tends to be fickle.
That's fair.
There we go.
You might need it to blast through the wall.
All right, Jules, we got your token. Let me assign it. There you go. You should be able to move it.
Deep vision.
Let me give you vision. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
You got vision. Should be able to move it. Can you move it for me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. There you go. All right, that is your all's map. You all can move yourselves about the edge however you want. If you want to come anything within one square closer, that's when we're going to start talking about other things.
Okay.
It's my second 2 on disguise in a row. I'm gonna start trying to make myself up to look like Seer as we're driving.
Okay,
I'll assist.
go ahead and roll disguise.
And I'm also at the end of this going to cast guidance on him.
Okay.
Refresh my memory on that.
You get a +1 to skill check, attack, or a saving throw.
Nice. Ongoing or
Unfortunately,
just one?
Uh,
I think it's just one roll.
I'll take it.
I think it's just one.
Jules, unfortunately, it's hard to recreate another man's face, and so you're just not sure. You're like, oh, that's the wrong shade of skin, and you just kind of feel like you're messing it up more than you're providing any help.
I'm also gonna flip the hood of the cloak up
And just keep it low.
and keep going until we get just out of line of sight of the camp.
So you
I'll
guys
s-
can feel free to move your tokens along the edge of the map on the left-hand side.
Whoops.
There will be light and everything that you can see.
I think with all this cover like stumps and
Only the left side, Wonder.
bushes and such, I
Along
think
the
I
side.
might start over there.
Whoop.
That way I can kind of potentially move cover to cover.
Is anyone else having issue with light? Did it just change on anyone?
Not yet.
Yeah, the map
Not me.
went dark for me.
No, not for me.
Hold on one second.
Oh, well, yeah, the portions we can't see are dark, but
Well, yeah, but there should be light from the torches on the
Oh.
watchtowers. I'm fixing it right now.
Like the whole map went dark for me. That's what I was.
Yeah, it's an issue I've been having where for some reason the torches just don't want to stick.
Yeah, the whole map just went dark for me.
I'm fixing it.
Interesting.
Not when you first asked, but now it did when I moved my token.
All right, can you see now, Laura?
Yes.
Okay.
Is obviously, if we're approaching the place, I'm gonna mage armor myself.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody in particular wearing like, the worst armor imaginable, like leather, basic leather?
I mean, it's hard to tell from the distances you guys are at
Oh
right
no,
now.
I meant in the party. In the
Oh,
party.
Oh,
I was asking the party, is
Um,
anybody wearing like leather, like basic
Yes.
leather?
No.
Yes. I can't wear metal. I can't use metal.
Right, I know that. I assume Johnny is too.
No, I'm wearing I think studded leather.
Oh,
Got a chain shirt.
you're fine.
I mean, I can
Uh,
also improve my armor though.
You approve your natural armor?
I can cast bark skin on myself.
Yeah, then I will also cast mage armor on you. So it's a +4. It'll just override the armor that you're wearing, but it'll stack with your bark skin if you cast it.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
and it is nighttime at this point. Just to reiterate that point, it's not dusk. As you all approach, it does descend into actual nightfall.
Man, I'm definitely not getting that lamb stew or whatever it was.
10 minutes per level, so 30 minutes.
Hmm?
I was
think
looking at the duration of bark skin. I was talking to myself.
I'm interested in this lamb stew though.
I had bought lamb stew from the inn for dinner tonight. I pre-ordered it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. It's unfortunate.
Oh no.
So have we decided at all how we want to do this?
Hi, I'm gonna let you out of line of sight, give you 10 minutes to get in place at the spot I marked on the map, and then I'm going in the gate.
So I'm going to be honest. I can't do stealth. I can't.
So it sounds like you should remain a ways behind,
Yes.
probably on Lucian in
Yep.
the bushes.
That's the plan.
And then once the gate is open, you rush in.
Yep.
And then I'll make you big and you can beat up everybody.
Yes.
And the rest of us try and stealth our way close, or also rush in at that point. But I think that's probably the answer. The problem is going to be getting the gate open. Once that's open, we make use of it as fast as we can.
Alara, you probably feel confident that you could hang out here with Lucian, and be just fine.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that.
Can I hang out in this bush?
The same one that I'm in.
Oh, or is there
No.
more than one bush there?
No, there's that bush.
Okay, then can I be in this bush?
If you want to try and get that close, you will have to roll stealth to approach.
I do not.
Because
I will be in the
within
this bush.
torchlight distance.
You can hang out in the bush with me. It's fine.
Is anyone looking to?
I'm willing to
scout out the
try.
area or
I'm willing to,
anything else like
yeah.
that?
I'm willing to try and stealth up to that bush.
Okay.
Ooh, now I have no. All the light went out for me.
We do have an elixir of sneaking that we got from the sewers.
What does that do?
It's a potion that gives you plus, I believe, 10 to your sneak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn it down if you'd let me drink it.
It might not be the worst use of it.
Yeah, if we want to try and be stealthy about this. So before that he makes his way over there, I'll give that to Imnos.
Thank you.
And
Hey,
then, yeah,
Wade.
this will make you real stealthy.
So hold up one second. Emnos, you're stealthing up, so give me a stealth check plus 10. Okay, so 35.
I'm also casting.
No,
Bless
that
on
was
the
with the
party.
plus 10. I added it.
Okay. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Dave?
I'm casting bless on the party, so everybody gets a +1 morale bonus on attacks and saves.
Thank you.
against fear.
Got it.
Neato.
Sweet.
All right. Kip, what were you gonna say?
I do have a plan at the gate. You are familiar with my plans at this point. Let's see how it pans out, Cotton.
All right. So I put you down on the road because that's where you're gonna be coming in with the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone happy with where they are and what's about to happen? Is there anything else you all want to do?
Nope, I'm set.
Not yet.
All right. All right, Kip. You approach. Feel free to move your token along the road. As you start crossing the bridge, the rattle of the wheels on the wooden planks thump, thump, thump across. The guard that's on this watchtower looks down at you and gives a wave as you pass by him.
I'll wave back.
The one that's over here in this watchtower, he moves over to the side. He puts his bow down next to him. Seer, you're back already? We weren't expecting you back till tomorrow.
I quick grab some of my travel rations and shove them into my mouth.
Give me a bluff check, please.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Oof.
I would like to use my luck reroll.
Absolutely. That is what they exist for.
Wow.
That's better. All right. So he like look, he starts laughing really loud, and so does the other watchtower guard. You idiot, you need to fucking take shit out of your mouth when you're trying to talk. And then you watch as he starts disappearing down the back of the watchtower. You hear some steps on the other side of the gate, and then as the big heavy gate is moved to the side. This seems like a legitimate encampment, Kip. Now that you're this close and you're looking at it, like these are solid walls that have been built very nicely to protect against any sort of like encroachment. This door looks like a carpenter fashioned it. This is something that's been professionally put together.
Confidence fading.
Let me give you guys a view as this gate is opened. All right, that's what you see, Kip. This guy laughs as he walks up to your cart next to you. He's like, "So did you get everything that the boss wanted?"
I'm gonna lower my head so he can't necessarily see my face and start coughing out crumbs and then give him a thumbs up.
All right, perception for him. And what was your disguise? It was 14?
Yes.
Okay. He looks at you for a moment as you keep coughing, and then shakes his head, and then turns around and walks back to the side.
The gate is open.
Gate's open, and he's like, "Get the fuck in here already, you coughing bastard!"
Once we get to here, I'm gonna quick glance at the wagon wheel
Yep.
and cast Shatter.
Are there somatic or verbal components to that spell?
I assume so. If there are for the actual spell, the invocation just gives me as the spell.
So
Let me pull up Shatter. I have it bookmarked.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
VSM/DF. So I'm assuming verbal, somatic, and then I don't know what
A
the
material, but you know, if it doesn't list an actual material, it's usually a sub 1 GP, and I don't care about those. So yeah, there is a actual incantation. There's a movement of your hand as you cast Shatter on the wheel.
But he's turned his back.
Well, he doesn't. He's still looking right at you. He waves you in, looking at you. So if you want to cast this, he is clearly going to see you casting this spell.
Can I turn and do it at the rear wagon wheel so my body blocks the hand motions and a little bit of my voice? Like looking like I feel something weird happening with the wheel and I look back at it?
Give me a sleight of hand check because you're trying to obscure your motion. And you're also trying not to enunciate your words super loud. You're not going to
Right.
be silent with it, but it's about obscuring what you are able to obscure. All right. So
That's not great.
You partially turn, but your hand flicks up and then down towards the back wheel as you cast Shatter. Your voice coughing out this arcane chicanery as the wheel erupts in shrapnel of wood and steel bind. The guy jumps back. This other guy rushes over the side to look down. he's like, "What the hell are you doing, Seer?" As he pulls his bow out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this as a go sign.
All right, I believe we are going to go into initiative then with that. Let me get the initiative
Well,
tracker up.
I succeeded in blocking the gate, which was my goal.
Exactly.
All right, go ahead and roll your initiatives, everyone. I have a lot of people to add and then roll for, so bear with
Jesus
me just
Christ.
a moment.
Slow boy.
Actually,
today.
we're going to take a brief break here while we get this all set up.
much.
Back into it. All right, let's do this. All right, the first few people who would go would be guardsmen who are not immediately on scene. They are rousing, but otherwise they don't do anything. Kip, you're up.
So I have a knife.
Mm-hmm.
For cool factor, can I slash the reins or the harness strapping the horse to the wagon and slap its ass and still take a move?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna
Not big
slap its ass and then jump off the back of the wagon and however far you think I can move.
All right. The horse immediately takes off into the camp, and then you can move your movement.
Squares are to scale.
Yeah, they're 5 feet squares. The measuring stick probably won't work on this map, but it's 5 foot squares.
Okay, I'm just gonna mark the wagon real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead and draw a 10-foot box in there. Echo, you are up. You watch Kip explode the wagon wheel, free the horse, jump off the wagon, and rush north. What do you do?
I am gonna cast shield on myself and
Okay.
then continue to hide in this bush.
All right. Let's see. Let's keep moving with everybody here. Next up would be a guard who's going to be rousing. This guard walks down the dock. It's like, what the hell is going on over here? And the other one's like, Seer's gone crazy with magic.
It's not wrong.
All right. This guy will rouse. This watchtower guy watches you run. He raises his bow, but he doesn't shoot because he's just really confused as to what's happening. Like, why is Seer doing this? Why did this happen? He's aimed at Kip, but he doesn't loose an arrow. This guy will rouse. Alara, you're up.
So the explosion went off.
Yes.
No.
The noise. Okay, I thought some kind of noise went off,
I shattered.
and
definitely
I also just heard a yes and a no at the same
Okay,
time.
so let me answer these questions when they're asked. Yes, you heard an explosive noise because Shatter created an explosive effect.
Okay, so I'm going to start moving forward
Okay.
because I am legitimately behind a thing and going off of sound.
That's fine. I will move. I'll move Jules to follow after you.
Yeah. Okay, so
you,
I'm
you
going.
have your horse's movement.
Yes. So
I'll move both of them to follow you. Actually,
and I can't remember what my horse's movement is, but
Yes, 50, 40 or
yeah,
50.
I think
yeah,
it's 50.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
If you want to clear the cart that's blockading the gateway, I will need a ride check to leap your
45,
horse
50.
over it.
If I can only move 50, I can't get that far.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You could
Wait,
have
I
the
think
horse
you
double
can
move.
see, by the way.
I would let you with a ride check get to the other side of the wagon
Okay.
to complete the jump effectively.
All right. Well, then I'm going to let go of this. I'm letting go of it to make a freaking ride check.
That's fine.
Give me a second.
You kick the sides of the horse as you push it forward, and at just the right moment, your trusty steed clears over top of the wagon and lands on the other side.
Okay.
The other two horses spook a little bit, but they're tied up and can't react. This other guy looks up at you with wide eyes as you and the horse just descend into the camp. You still have a
Jules.
standard action. you know, if you wanted to cut this guy down or do
You know what?
something
Yeah,
else.
sure. I'm gonna do that. Like, this is such a weird situation right now. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking cut this dude down.
Okay.
Give me a second. Do.
Don't forget your +1 from Bless.
E. I'm just going to hit this and wait. Are you okay with just adding the +1 so I don't have to
Yeah, that's
redo
fine.
everything? Okay, great. Thank you.
Everyone's
Oh wait, no, I
blessed.
got it. Here it is. There it is. I already added it.
That will absolutely hit that guy's flat-footed AC as he is just completely like surprised at what's happening right now. Give me that damage. Your blade cuts straight down across his chest with a gush of blood that spurts, and he hits the ground dead
Excellent.
in one
Yay.
fell stroke. All right. Next up will be that
Wait,
guy.
you skipped me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
had a
sorry.
14. It's okay.
Oh, for some reason it puts you at the end. Let me fix this real fast. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, go ahead, Fee.
Okay. Just I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself,
Okay.
which increases my run distance.
Yep.
So I'm basically
Super fast.
I can get to the inside of the gate. Or at least to the gate. Why can't I move myself?
So it's
Let
like
me
you have normal length legs.
check your token. You should have permissions to move it.
Yeah, I'm all messed up because my view of everything is wonky.
Sure. I can also move you if you'd like me to.
There we go.
Sounds like you got it.
Maybe. There we go.
There's Luna.
Come on.
I'll move you over there with her. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, you rush in. I assume you're doing like a double move to get over there? Or is that just your regular move action with Long Strider? I
That should be, let me see.
think it's a regular move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a regular.
Yeah, with Long Strider, yeah. So you have a standard action. What would you like to do?
Wasn't
You
that
use
casting
that to
the
cast
spell?
Long Strider.
Yeah,
Oh,
I cast.
thank you. Thank you. There's a lot going on this board.
It's okay.
All right, so we got that. All right, so I skipped you before. So Alara went. That guy is roused. That guy is rousing. This guy is dead. Roused with surprise. Roused with surprise. Surprise. Imnos, you're up.
All right. I'm going to take a move to get to there. And I'll use Sudden Leap as a swift action
Okay.
to jump, which will get me this far.
Yeah.
There's a guy on the dock over there, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a guy right there looking at you guys. His mouth is agape, as he's looking at what's happening right now, completely stupefied.
I'll take another move action to just close with him.
All right, you barrel across the ground. You all watch as Imnos leaps up and just in a single bound clears 15 feet over top of this wagon and comes to like a Superman pose before getting up and rushing right up into this guy's face.
That'll be me.
Jules, you're up.
I am going to kind of lower my head and pull my hood a little tight, and I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
And from my hand, and I was wanting to attack the guy who I saw up here, or have it attack the guy up in the tower up here.
Yep.
But you see a very large throwing star go flying out of my hand.
Give me an attack
Neat.
roll.
Because I am a star chaser.
Believe it.
Habib it.
I do Habib it.
That is not right. One
No.
second.
Oh no.
That did not come through correctly, I don't think.
That's way better.
Awesome. So what's the max damage for your weapon?
1d8 plus 1.
All right, so 9 total damage.
Mhm.
Well, actually, no, wait. I said that they're just automatic crits. So roll your damage twice. I apologize. It's not max damage. It's just you automatically hit with the crit.
14.
All right, so you all watch as this translucent, big star, this ninja star, swirls out of his outstretched hand, flies across the air, and strikes this man right in the side of the head, buried deep. As he crumbles, the star plucks out of his hand and dances there in the air above his body.
And then I will hug on to Alara quite tightly, and that will conclude my turn.
All right. That guy is rousing. This guy can see what's going on. He's already up, so he is going to start making his way 30, and he's going to take a stance as he yells out. He's like, "Alert! Attackers at the gate! Attackers!" All right, next guy. He's going to rouse. This guy will rush up. He will 5, 10, 15, 20, 60. He pulls out a short bow, and he is going to fire it at Alara. Alara, does
Fucking
a 15 hit you?
No.
Pings off your shield. All right, this guy. Where's this guy? Is he dead? Is he one of the guardsmen? Oh, he's rousing. Kip, you're up. Your friends have jumped into swift action.
As I passed the dead dude, was this one of the guys with the bow?
Which one? Sorry, can you point at him again?
Right there.
Yes, he has a bow.
Can I scoop it up and shoulder it as I move?
Sure.
Okay. Zippity zappity.
All right, you release your Eldritch Blast. You are firing past that horse, so he does have some concealment from you.
Okay.
See that attack roll. That will just barely miss him as you kind of try to angle just over the top of the horse, and it manages to go a little high over his head.
Don't forget you got a +1 for bless.
Oh yeah, bless.
Then that will hit his scalp, just
Ooh.
barely hitting him with the full effect.
I'm a little sorry. Oh,
So damage.
guess I'm not the only one with gravy hair today.
Oh, dang. Juicy.
It is
All right,
juicy.
11. All right, yeah, so it hits his bucket helm and just carves almost right through the metal as his head whips back as he lets out this agonizing cry, but he doesn't fall. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right. Akko, you're up. You are the last man out.
I am going to move. I'll just run, and I want to climb up on top of the wagon,
Okay.
which
Easy
would be about
enough.
as far as I can get.
This horse will continue running along as it just runs. All right. Next up, we've got this guy. Where is he? He rouses. This guy will. Is he one of the dead guys? Oh, this is guy on Imnos. You watch as he draws out his short sword and takes a swing at you, Imnos.
Hmm.
A 9 probably doesn't do it though.
It does not.
Fee, you're up.
You're muted, Dakota.
I'm aware.
You're up.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to get to where I can move anything on this map. There we go. Luna doesn't have enough room to get up and attack this guy, right?
No, she would not be able to get up there.
Okay. But I can. Come on. There we go. I am going to. Yeah, sure. Produce flame.
Okay. Your hand is covered in the flames of your natural energies.
So with the +1.
Yeah, even with the -4 for firing into melee, you still soundly hit this guy.
All right. So that would be. Eight points of damage.
All right. It hits him square in the chest. For a moment, he's immolated in this bright flame directly in front of you. Imnos, as he lets out this scream, his free hand coming in and patting himself as he gets the flames out. As he just huffs and with exertion and pain in front of you. His face swelling in these red, terrible welts. All right.
Unfortunate.
This guy is dead. This guy is roused. He will rush out of this building and he will make it to there. This guy is roused. He will make it out of this building and come up to here. Actually, he will stay right here. 5, 10, 15, 60. He waves his hand. And you all watch as these little globules of light form at his fingertips, and he snaps it forward as 3 missiles race across through the air right at Kip and slam into his chest. Thunk, 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 with great force.
Ouch!
Kip, you're gonna take 9 points of force damage. As
Ow.
you get hit with that magic missile storm.
Ow.
Which one did that again?
That would be this gentleman right here.
The fancy man. Very
The
good.
fancy man. He is wearing very fine clothing, in fact. Alara, you are up.
Okay. Droop on the horse.
Yep, I will move them along. Again, I wouldn't trust the measuring stick, guys. I don't think that it's going to scale with this map.
And I'm attacking the dude right in front of me.
Okay. He has a
Hold on.
spear out in front of him and a big dent in the pot helm on his head.
Oh wait, is that the one? Is that the one Johnny got?
Yes.
Oh well, I can't really go much further then. So, sorry, Johnny.
Oh, I don't care. Kill his ass.
Was a 12 hit?
12 unfortunately would not hit him
That's
as he
fine.
bats your sword away with his spear.
That's fine.
All right. This guy, where is he? He's in the watchtower. 5, 10. He's actually within striking distance for Alara. I can't reveal this, I don't think. I'm gonna move him to the edge. You'll see him in the bottom right of the revealed map. He climbs down out of the watchtower, and he is gonna pluck a shot towards Alara. Alara will a 17 hit you.
It just will.
All right, you are gonna take 3 points of damage as
Okay.
the arrow finds purchase in your armor.
Rude.
This guy, where is he at? This guy will jump off of his seat.
You said 3, right?
Yeah, 3 points. He will run over here with his comrade, and he will shoot at Jules on the back of your horse. Jules does a 14 hit you.
It hits me right on the nose.
All
Do I
right.
not have any cover with Alara? Riding behind her.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I'll say that you have a quarter cover, so that would give you a +1 to your AC. So that'll
Then
miss
it
you.
would miss.
Yeah, it actually bounces
Thank
off
you.
of Alara's shoulder plate, and dings off. You like look at it because that would have hit you like square in the face. Otherwise, all
A human
right.
shield.
Yeah, right. All right, this guy gets to go next. He will rush out of this building and move up to here. He pulls out his short sword and he is gonna swing at Alara. 10 isn't gonna hit you, Alara.
No, fuck off with that shit.
All right. You hear this terrible, high-pitched screech, Alara, as this halfling comes barreling out of the room. He comes out so fast that he doesn't even open the door. He smashes through the door, knocking the bottom half of the door right off of the door frame. As he's holding this regular-sized axe, and he's just like huffing in just pure adrenaline before moving up, and he's attacking your horse as he just goes in and slashes right at its backside.
Look at the wee Kool-Aid man.
All right. Does a 15 hit your horse?
I don't have a sheet for my horse.
Let me grab it real fast. It's not that.
John, do you have the scroll or do I?
I do.
Oh, I thought you gave it to me for the bombs.
Monsters,
Oops.
horses. Animals. You have a heavy war horse, right?
Yes.
All right. Heavy war horse. Here we go. So its AC is a 14, and it has 30 hit points.
Great, thank you.
All right. His axe bites into the flank of your horse. That is going to be 15 points of damage to the horse. Alara, I'm gonna need a ride check to keep your horse in your control, as it rears up in pain.
Oh, that's fine.
But you get that beast back under control. You are practically a knight in your own right. You have learned to fight in these situations, and you quickly get it to obey your commands once more. All right, let's see. This guy is roused. He jumps up from his bed. 10, 15, whoop. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He double moves all the way up to here to create the wall. All right, this guy is on watch. He will run off his tower and then move up to here with his double move. Imdo, sure up.
All right. Since this guy was on fire and patting himself out, I will drop low with the sword to try and take out his hamstrings and drop him in the drink.
Okay. Let's see it. That will hit.
Right.
You swirl your blade in front of him, putting it into a reverse grip. As you move it back around his neck and drop down into a hunch, and you just slice across the back of his heels as he loses his ability to stay standing. As you hear this noise as his Achilles tendon is cut, and he falls right into the water, screaming in pain and then gurgling into death.
Yep. And I'm going to hop down this way.
All right. Jules, you're up.
I will use my move action to redirect my spiritual weapon
Okay.
to attack the not the halfling, the mage.
All right. Let me put something down here real fast for your spiritual weapon. I don't have any ninja star tokens, surprisingly enough. Let's use...
I mean, if you have like a glowing orb, that would be just as...
Let's
as
use this
literal.
water elemental. It's glowing globule thing.
But I don't think an 8 is or a 9 is likely to hit.
No, it does not. The magic man manages to duck out of the way as your spiritual weapon comes flying across the field towards him.
Okay, and I am going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right. I believe that means nothing can attack you unless it passes a will save, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have this guy. Where is he located? He will come down from his watchtower. He will come up here and over here with his move action, double move. All right. The spearman that Kip hit earlier is going to spear at Alara. Alara, 16.
Nope.
Bounces off your shield. This guy runs out. He will double move and get to here. This guy will short bow at Emnos. Emnos, 19.
That is enough to hit me.
You are going to take 6 points of damage
All right.
as you get a hearty thwack right into your shoulder with that arrow. Let's see, where's this guy located? He rouses out of his bedroll. He's going to rush to here with his movement. He will also shoot at Emnos, who's not in the melee. But an 8 definitely won't hit Emnos.
No.
Kip, you're up.
Okay. Whoops, wrong button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're going to be a one-trick pony, might as well be a good one. Hey, guy that hit the horse, shatter on his axe.
Ooh, okay. Let's take a look. Shatter on the axe. I know it'll affect it, but I don't remember if he gets a save. Because he's wielding the
Will
axe.
save.
It is a will save, which if he's a barbarian, have fun.
All right, he is in his rage, so he gets a +2 on will saves. Not that they are that wise to begin with. Fun offset, right? He rolled a 13. What's the DC?
How do I calculate that?
It is the spell level plus your charisma modifier.
Okay.
A level is
10.
2.
Then that would be a 5 plus 2 from my feet, so a 7.
7. So 17 is the DC. It's
Yeah, plus 10.
10 plus all of it, yeah.
Yep.
So his axe explodes in his hand, filling his face full of shrapnel.
Yee.
I believe that he takes damage from that.
No.
No, you are correct.
Well,
He doesn't.
your flavor call, but no.
That's correct.
not
it
as
doesn't.
written.
Nope, you're right. Yeah, it just explodes. He lets out this roar as he loses his primary weapon. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Are you gonna taunt him?
No, no, I don't want his attention.
Akko, you're up.
The guy who threw the ninja stars did it.
Akko slowly reaches into his pouch and retrieves the scroll of fireball.
Oh
And
no.
carefully reads the runes on the scroll. And I'm going to center it right, if it'll let me click on it, which it won't. Can anybody see the arrow?
Yeah,
Yep.
right there.
So that's going to
Uh,
basically hit everybody except the halfling in this arc right here.
So right here where
Oh,
I've drawn
awesome.
this red.
Right there.
I think this guy too, isn't it? It's 20-foot
Nah,
radius.
They're
he's too
just
far
outside
away.
of it.
So again, I don't use the measuring stick because the measuring stick is
No.
wrong.
Not the measuring stick. I'm counting by squares in the standard DM array for
Okay,
fireball centered.
got
You
it.
sure you don't
Alright.
want it to hit the halfling?
Well,
I cannot make it hit the halfling without hitting the horse and Alara.
All
So
right,
I
it's
imagine
gonna-
just killing the riffraff is a better option.
all
I
right.
agree.
So, go ahead and roll damage for me, and then I'll determine if I even need to bother making saving throws.
Right. And that's roll
At this level?
7d6.
Yeah, it's a 7th level fireball, 7d6.
Yep.
that's a juicy fireball. Oof.
25. Okay.
It's an average roll.
That's respectable.
Some of them have the ability to survive this, but not this guy, not this guy, not. Well, you know what? I don't want to get rid of them. I want to. This guy dies. This guy dies. This guy dies. And this guy dies just straight out, immolated in flame, burning them to a crisp of husks. The other guys, however, will make their reflex saves. Let's see.
Which I believe is a 14.
14. All right. He will fail. He will fail. This guy in the back will actually succeed, so that would be 13 rounded up. And the mage also makes their reflex save. But he is looking the worst out of all of them. Well, out of the one guy who survived, the mage looks worse than him.
Oh, how about the summon creature?
It's a spiritual weapon. I believe it can be attacked, right?
I didn't
It
I
can
thought
be,
that was
but
on their
it's
side.
Only by direct attack.
Got it. So AoEs don't affect it. The flame washes through the spiritual construct. All right, Akko, you have just killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men in a single puff of flame. Anything else you'd like to do?
That was my full round action, actually.
All right. This guy
Seems well worth it.
runs out. He sees all these dead people here. And in a fright, he will shoot his bow at Alara. Alara, 16?
No, get fucked.
Get fucked indeed, good sir. Let's see. Where's this guy at? Where's he dead? He is dead. Fee, you're up.
Okay. Let's see what I can do. And I'm going to move over here
Okay.
and puppers. Come puppers. I'm going to cast at that guy right there.
Okay.
Uh, 15 versus his touch.
That'll hit.
Okay.
His armor meaning nothing for him. As your flame starts to consume his body.
6 points.
6 points. He has not been hit so far, so he takes that and remains standing. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Luna doesn't want to get into the brawl?
I don't know if Luna can reach.
She could easily clear that distance to that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
She has 50
Nope.
feet of movement, I believe. She can easily clear it.
She goes where she wants.
Luna does what Luna wants. Where's my sheet for Luna? There it is.
Hit.
I would hope so. Luna the Rat Slayer.
Soon to be Luna the Human Slayer.
Right?
Chomp.
5 more points of damage.
All right. She latches onto his leg and starts chomping. He lets out a cry of pain, kind of like taking his spear and trying to butt her off of him.
And a
But
strength check too.
Oh, that's right. Grapple.
oh,
No, she gets an automatic trip attempt on
Oh,
successful
that's right. It is
attacks.
trip.
got it. All right.
Wolves
all
are
right, go ahead
mean.
and roll
Mhm.
her strength. He will stay up on his feet.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Doggo.
This guy will charge up to here. Alara, 21 will hit you.
It will hit me.
You are going to take 8 points of damage as his
Okay.
spear juts in and stabs right into your side.
How are you looking, Alara?
I mean, you can. I am at about.
How many times have you been hit?
Oh my god.
Makes
I
it
look
sound
about.
like-
I look. I look about. I look rough, but not
Okay.
not like on the bad side of rough.
I got you.
The fancy man moves up right into the horse's side as he brings his hands up, and a whoosh of his own fire spreads out as he casts a spell. I need Alara and Jules to make a reflex save, please. I'll make it
Think
for the
you have-
horse. All right.
Okay, it's an area effect.
Yes, it is an AoE
What's the save again?
reflex. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, you will both fail. Oh wait, that's spellcraft. Sorry, I thought that was Alara's reflex save.
Yeah, I was really confused for a second. I'm like, I'm what?
Yeah, sorry. There was a lot of things that just got thrown in there that I didn't ask for yet. I wasn't expecting it. So Kip and Fee, he cast Burning Hands. Alara, you definitely passed the reflex save with a 23. Jules, you will fail. So damage here is gonna be it's gonna be 12 fire damage. If you pass the reflex like Alara did, it's half, so 6 fire to Alara, 12 to Jules, and 12 to the horse. He failed his reflex save.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Does he not have? Oh, he's not your paladin mount yet. He's just a regular horse. Poor guy.
Alara, you are up, actually.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Three. There we go. Dismounting is a move action, correct?
Yeah, you can do a fast dismount with a ride check.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to do a quick dismount.
Okay. Send the horse away.
If that horse runs away, you know that there would be 3 attacks of opportunity potentially going at it.
Okay. I wasn't sure based on the fact that it takes up 2 spots, but fine. I won't. And
It
other
will shimmy
question.
here as a 5-foot step, though.
Okay. Here's another question, Wade.
Yep.
Is detect evil a standard action or is it a free action?
Well, let's take a look here. Paladine, detect evil, at will. You cast it, so it's a
Yes!
standard action.
Damn it! Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna fucking gamble.
Okay.
I'm gonna goddamn gamble.
All right.
I'm
What
gonna
gamble are
use-
you doing?
I'm going to take a step,
Okay. 5 foot
smite
adjust.
evil
Okay.
towards the fucking halfling.
Okay.
This thing's all for being shitty. I'm just going to well, do I want to do the halfling or do I want to do the mage? Pretty sure it's a gamble either way.
Halfling eats people.
Halfling does eat people.
But
Halfling
the mage
fucking
just hit your horse.
The
Yeah,
mage
my
is
horse is
also,
not dead.
the mage is also almost dead.
Halfling also doesn't have a weapon, or at least doesn't have his axe.
Halfling doesn't have a weapon,
I say go with your gut.
and it's gonna be the halfling.
Okay. Give me that spicy attack roll.
Hold on. So, well, wait.
Hmm?
Does it apply? Because I would have. Wouldn't I have to know if to
You
smite
don't-
evil?
You don't have to know. You can still smite evil somebody without knowing if they're evil. It's just about whether or not it will affect them. And in this case, I will tell you that he is absolutely evil and will affect them.
Okay, hold on.
He's a slaver and a cannibal. I'm not super surprised.
What is my bonus for that? Hold on. I have to pull it up.
While she's thinking, we can talk about the moral relativism of
Oh.
being a cannibal in a society where cannibalism is not only accepted but encouraged.
You know, I have less problem with the cannibalism than I do the slaving.
The
Cannibalism
slaving,
isn't evil
absolutely.
in and
He's
of
not-
itself.
he's
Killing
not in
people
it-
for cannibalism is evil.
He's not in his own culture at the moment. He is forcing other people into his culture.
I mean, he's forcing dead people into his culture. I'm not sure that matters. The killing of the people so that he can eat them, how's that any different than killing an animal and
So-
eating that?
And my charisma bonus to my.
Are we going to
attack
talk
roll.
semantics about sentience?
No, because I'm not. I don't. First, I don't guess I don't need to. But also, it doesn't matter.
Technically, the conversation was already had whether or not Luna counted as a person for the purpose of entering a bar. So can we really say that people don't count as animals for the purpose of sustenance?
Oh my god.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner, everyone. There we go. Pack it up. Go home.
Quick
Lawyer.
question, Wade.
Yes.
Does my feat apply to the charisma bonus?
No, I don't believe
Okay.
it does.
Okay.
No, it does not. It does not.
Okay.
Well, that's still real good.
That will absolutely hit him.
And I get a +1 through smite evil. Per paladin, sorry, +3. So we're at
Mhm.
level 3.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And one from Bless.
I get a plus my damage as well.
No, bless doesn't
No.
apply to damage.
Yeah, that's
Just
why
the
I was
attack roll.
confused.
Yeah.
Does an 8 hit him? Oh, sorry, he takes 8 damage.
Okay. So is that total with your smite?
Oh wait, no shit! I hit the wrong button. I hit a second longsword thing. That's
Roll.
oh
again.
no, that's the no, that's damage. That's damage. Sorry, I thought I hit a fucking my thing. No, it's an 8. It's an 8. It's an 8. It's an 8.
Okay.
Stays.
Okay. All right.
That's with the +4. No, +3. +3. Nope.
Your blade takes a golden sheen as you slice down into his arm, cutting a red line right down his bicep. His only response is to scream at you in pure adrenaline and rage.
I scream back.
All right. Next up is this guy. He will move up here. Put him in a square. He's gonna fire at Jules on the horse because now he's the highest target. Jules does a 16 hit you.
He needs to make a will save first.
All right.
I think that's a DC 16.
He fails. So, is it that he can't attack you,
Um,
or does it just fail to
If-
hit you?
if they succeed, they can attack. If they fail, the opponent can't follow through with the attack, and that part of the action is lost.
Okay, so he
And it can't attack me the rest of the spell.
So he wants to attack you, but his hands tremble, and it's like this weight sags down on him as he just lowers his bow. All right. Next
I
up will
look at
be
him.
Dead.
and I make sure that he can tell through my eyes that I'm disappointed in him.
He just looks down, like, oh.
Oh no, the puppy
no.
dog frown.
All right. The halfling. He jumps at you, Alara, attempting to claw and bite at you with his bare hands. So he punches. 15 will probably miss.
Yeah, calm down. Where's the rest of you?
The,
Brutal.
the bite will be a 19.
No, it doesn't hit him. It doesn't hit me.
19 doesn't?
Oh no, a 19 does. I thought you said it does 19 damage. Yes,
No,
a 19 will hit. A 19 will hit.
His fist does not do 19 damage. I can guarantee you that much.
I was really concerned, but
All right, so the bite does hit. You will take 4 points of damage as he bites into your armored thigh, and you feel the metal cinch as he makes it dent with the pure force of his jaw.
Hideous.
Okay.
All right, this guy is dead. This guy will move up to here, and he will also try to shoot Jules. Let's see if he can make his will save. Natural 20, so he's going to make that will save. And fire. 14 doesn't hit. You're 15, right?
No, I was 14. I was only 15 with the cover, so that should hit me.
All right, so 14 will hit you. You will take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Imnos, you're up.
All right. Imnos will move through to there. And I'll use.
Imnos runs up and slides underneath the horse and then comes back up.
We'll use Wolffang Strike boosted by Burning Blade.
Okay.
And I'll direct the first attack against the Fancy Man.
Ooh, okay.
Not a fan of him. Bless. That's going to be this many.
Unfortunately, that will miss the Fancy Man as you strike in and you hit this translucent blue armor that appears over him for a moment and then fades away.
Well, I'll try and get him with the follow-up kick.
Okay. That absolutely shatters that blue armor around his body as you connect with your kick.
Excellent. Do you want the fire damage separately, or does it matter?
All together. It's fine.
Excellent. He'll take that much damage.
Your kick hits him right in the side and his floating rib. You feel it move and pierce in as he spews out blood and falls down dead.
Excellent.
Fancy Man is down. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that'll be me.
All right. Jules, you're up.
I'm pretty fucked up.
What's a man to
Nevertheless,
do?
which archer hit me?
That would be this guy right here. Let me put him into his proper square.
My weapon in its very last round will go to attack him.
Okay. Pew.
23.
Absolutely will hit. 100% strike.
For 5.
It cuts across his neck, but he manages to shift a little bit so he doesn't get his head sliced off. But he's
And
still
then this horse. Would I be able to attempt to get it to do a 5-foot free, or since it already moved on Alara's turn?
You can make a ride check to see if you can't shuffle it.
Okay. Because I need to get the fuck out of here. Is this will this be an action or just part of my move action?
It's part of your move action.
Just a 9.
Now,
Oh, 10.
unfortunately,
Blessed.
yeah. So you would be able to get to canter a little bit off to the side.
Okay, we're gonna move diagonally away from these guys,
It canters away.
and then I'm going to cast. I will spontaneous cast Cure Moderate on myself.
All right.
And that will end my turn.
As you cast that on yourself, this guy slips out from between the buildings and tries to stab you in the back with his short sword.
I'll
jerk.
Make a will save.
Will save. 15 just barely fails. As he goes up to get you, and you just turn and you give him that disappointed dad look, and his eyes just instantly go down in like a little bit of shame. And he can't lift his blade against you.
Go
This
home,
guy's
son.
dead. This guy's still up. He is going to attack Luna because Luna's trying to shake him down. 14 to hit Luna.
No.
His spear digs into the dirt, carving a little gouge as he misses. This guy's dead. Kip, you're up. You there, Kip?
Yep.
Okay.
This guy right here.
All right.
Pew pew. Wow.
Unfortunately, his eyes go down to not attack Jules, but he sees your movement out of the corner of his eye. He manages to duck down as the blast fires over top of him.
I don't even know how I could roll that low, but okay.
Akko, you're up.
All right, I am going to hop down from the wagon.
Okay.
I am on the wrong button. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am now 30 feet away from the halfling. And I will set my spear to my side. Roy Mustang his ass.
What are you casting?
Sonic Snap.
All right. What do I need to make a save, or is that an attack roll?
Well, he does. Yeah, he gets a DC 15 will save just to not
Okay.
be deafened.
He passes, surprisingly.
And then he is not deafened. However, he will take, as I write this wrong, that much damage
Another
as I smite him.
damage. All right. Alara, you're close enough. You see blood leak out of his ears, but he just shakes his head and keeps his eyes locked on you.
The
The halfling.
okay.
Anything else, Akko?
No, that's it.
All right. This guy will fire his bow at who's everyone's in a melee except Jewel. Well, Kip is the only one not in a melee, but he's behind a horse. So he's just gonna shoot at Imnos. Imnos has no cover, but he's a melee. Okay. 12 Imnos.
No, sir.
All right. Fee, you're up.
Hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide what I'm gonna do.
That's fine. You could have Luna continue aggressing this guy.
Yeah, I mean that's what Luna's going to do, so I'll just roll for her first.
Okay. Absolute hit again. Luna cannot fail. All right, 4 damage to him. And that will drop him as she manages to bite into his inner thigh and rip a chunk of flesh out. And he falls to the ground screaming as he bleeds to death.
Kitty, your horse is beat up, right?
Oh yeah, real bad.
We
Very
don't
much.
fuck with the horse.
Animals have rights.
That helps if I.
I was gonna heal it, but I was kind of fucked up and full of arrows.
Your horse heals 9 points damage.
There we go.
Awesome.
I won't heal you fuckers, but I'll heal the animals.
Imnos, the spear guy to your right, tries to stab at you. 17.
It does not hit.
Okay.
I'll block it with my sword.
Mage is dead. Alara, you're up.
Fuck this halfling in his stupid, tiny, ugly face.
That will hit.
Punch him.
All right.
Hey, can I re-roll that?
You absolutely can. You want to use your free reroll on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my free re-roll on that.
All right.
There we go. Much better.
Doubled up. Nice. All right. You managed to cut him hard across the chest again, but he seems made of sturdier stuff than all the other men that are in this company as he stays standing toe to toe with you. All right. This guy will shoot at Fee. Let's see. Fee does a 15 hit you.
Nope.
All right. Halfling will attack Alara. First he'll punch. A 9 won't hit.
Nope.
Terrible there. And a 12 will also miss. As he's just slamming and biting at your armor with everything that he has. He just can't get through. Too much armor.
Oh, little guy, you having some trouble?
This guy right here in the back line is looking at all of this happening with this swath of dead bodies. And he moves over here with these guys, and you see them start talking to each other in low voices as they're looking towards you. Their bows are still up and drawn towards you, but they're not firing. Imnos, you're up.
I'm going to. Has this guy been hurt yet?
He has been hurt. He looks really
Okay.
banged up.
Then I'll, after blocking his spear, I'll spin around and try and cut him with the blade.
Okay. Hit.
All right.
And he goes down with your swift strike. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah. I'll make my way up to these guys.
Ah! All right, Jules, you're up.
I am going to I'm gonna hop down off the horse.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of look at this guy as he was probably, it's time to stop. Run along. All your friends are dead. And Halfling's gonna bite it here in a second.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I will walk over here and I will cast inflict wounds. Inflict minor wounds.
Give me a melee touch attack.
Like
You swipe your hand at him as it glows with this black necrotic energy, but he manages to lean back away from you as it passes in front of him and the energy dissipates off your fingertips.
Yep.
Jules, you have your back to this guy after you've dismissed him. Kip, you watch him as he looks down at his sword, looks at Jules' back, looks at you, and then just slinks back into this alleyway
Smart man.
and disappears from sight. All right. Whoop. Oh, I think I just passed this guy. Yeah, I did. Reset. Oh, I did it again. Ah. There we go. All right. Oh, he's dead. Kip, you're up.
Let's see here. Scoop up another bow
Okay.
and the quiver.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. You see these three people in this makeshift wooden cage. They, at this point, all three of them are pressed up against the wooden slats, looking at you like, free us, free us.
Momentarily.
All right. Akko, you're up.
I'll take a few more steps closer.
Okay.
And I'm going to Sonic Snap Smite the guy again.
Oh, you're going to use the smite on this one?
I used on the last one too.
Okay.
I have 3 of them a day.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Sonic Snap itself is only 1 point of damage.
He fails the will save.
He is deafened.
All right.
And there's damage.
All right, 7. He is still up, but he is looking haggard at this point. Imnos, the guy right in front of you, he withdraws, he steps away from you, and then takes off towards the ladder and climbs up into the watchtower.
Fair enough.
Fee, you're up.
I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to watch everything transpire and make sure nothing goes hinky.
Okay. That guy's dead. Alara, you're up.
I hate this halfling. I hate this halfling so much, so I'm going to attack him with my sword again.
For the briefest of moments, you see Leo, the halfling in your remedial goodliness class who was taunting you and insulting you at the end of your last class as your blade comes up and dives down at him.
Actually, wait, if I take a 5-foot step, would that put me in flanking with,
No.
Oh, okay.
You would need 10 feet to get to a flanking position.
Okay. I wasn't sure with the fact that,
Yeah, you have to be basically opposite sides.
okay.
Yeah. That won't hit.
I thought you said that won't hit. I'm like, what do you
It
mean that
will.
won't hit?
It will hit.
Ah, fuck that. There's that 4 again. Fuck you, 4.
Well, despite the potency of your blade, it is still enough as it leaps down, skewering through his collarbone and pinning him down into the ground as he looks at you, clawing at the blade, and then goes slack in death. The other guys that are here, that are left on the field south of Imnos, they are going to turn tail and flee. Is anyone going to try and stop them? They're basically running to the watchtower and then jumping off the other side and trying to run away. Imnos, are you going to try and stop them from doing that?
I
Anybody?
don't see a particular need to.
Nah.
All right.
If you stay, I'm making breakfast.
We will exit combat with that as they flee the field.
I
Congratulations, you have defeated the slaving encampment.
Is there a door to this cage?
There is. You were easily able to go over there and open the door up. It's right here.
I'm gonna go in this house, this building.
Sure. The one south of you or the one north of you?
The one where are these two different buildings? Like
Yeah, you're
you said-
between them.
Oh, I didn't know I was between them.
Yeah, that's how you're walking right now, between them.
Well, I didn't know if I was walking through a hallway or what,
No.
whatnot.
Alara,
That's food
Yeah?
stores.
heal 13.
Oh, thank you.
I want to go in this tiny little building, but I'll wait till whatever else is going on is done.
The one south of me.
Hold on one second here.
I'm just trying to find a way in because I don't know where it is now.
So it's right here. Is the steps.
Okay,
Don't stop moving yourself, please.
I stopped.
So you walk in. There you go.
Okay. I'm just.
So as you walk in, you see a finely decorated room with 4 beds at each of the corners of the building, a large fire pit in the center for communal eating. Yeah, looks like a kind of a nicer bedding area along with a communal kitchen and eatery.
All right. I'm gonna.
John, you step into that building. Let me move you. There you go. And it is as Seer told you, it's a provision hut. for
Nothing
storage.
interesting in here, just food.
You see a lot of food. Imnos and Kip, when you all open up the sealed gate, these 3 people immediately just flood out.
I'm not opening it yet.
Oh.
I'm going to detect magic and see if I can discern whether or not they're under any detectable compulsions, since Sears said that the guy used magic to fuck with their heads.
Roll Arcana for me.
Okay. Because I'm not going to let him out and then get stabbed in the fucking back.
That's fair. You see a faint aura of an enchantment magic that is fading away around them.
Can I determine the spell?
It looks like it was a charm person effect,
Okay.
but it seems the enchantment has broken and is fading away.
Okay. Do you feel yourselves?
Oh, aye, sir. You. I don't know what magic he was weaving on us, but I do not want to be here. Please free us.
No, not at all. We're here to save you. Here's your hunters, so I imagine you can use these bows.
I
Well,
can, says the woman in the back.
All right. Well, just in case there's more of them about, here's 2 bows and a quiver. Help yourselves to armaments from the rest of the bodies out here. Stick close to us. We're here to take you back to town.
Okay. They exit out of the pen and start gathering up some provisions. Alara, are you looking around inside that building for anything?
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Give me a perception check, please.
Imnos?
Mm.
In Draconic, keep a wee eye on them. It looks like they may have been charmed. It appears to have been fated, but best play it safe.
Understood. Come, let's get you back to the group.
And
All
then
right, Alara. So you search on the north side. You can clearly see that one is the bed for the halfling, and one is the bed where the fancy man slept because it has the nicest sheets all set about
Okay.
around it. First, in the halfling's bed, you find a scroll on a bedside table. It essentially looks like a purchase request. It states that they are looking for 20 slaves to be brought back to Talador in Kali. They have given Yuf, which is the name of the halfling as you were told by Seer, a 1,000 gold piece advance to provision his camp, set it up, and then return with the first load of goods, the slaves. You find a small lockbox that is unlocked currently under his bed that has 400 gold pieces inside of it.
Okay.
On the fancy man's bed, you find a spell tome underneath his pillow that has a lock on it.
All right. I poke my head out. Akko,
Poke my head out.
it looks like there's stuff in here you might be interested in.
I rush over and go look inside.
I sweep my arms over to show him the things I have found.
So, Akko, you clearly see what is a wizard's spell book with a lock on it.
There's not much I can do with that, but maybe we can sell it.
Sure. You're
Can
our,
I,
our loot manager.
Right. Can I do, cast detect magic on the and look at it?
Sure. It does have a spell on it. Looks like an abjuration spell is woven around the book.
There's a. I know it's obscenely high, but there's a check to see if I can figure out what it is, isn't there?
Make a knowledge arcana check.
I could have been. Wait. Can I use my reroll?
You can.
I'm gonna do that.
Not that you need it.
Oh, I don't.
No.
Oh.
He has an arcane lock cast on the book.
Okay, nothing that's gonna like blow up in my face.
Nothing that you can see.
Just
Okay.
means that lock's going to be a lot harder to pick.
Right.
Otherwise, it looks like if you all take everything from the camp all together, there's probably about another 50 gold pieces between all the men and their personal effects. There's an assortment of weapons, armor, shields that are here. If you wanted to grab anything in particular, it probably would be available. The simple weapons, martial weapons, nothing exotic.
So, was there just a scroll that said they had gave him advance of 1,000, or was there 1,000 gold in here?
There's 400 gold pieces in there with the scroll.
So then I
He has
think that's-
clearly spent a good amount of gold setting this place up.
right.
To the captives, I'll say, were there any others in here when you were brought to this place?
No, my lord. She was the first, and the woman bows her head and gives a small wave. No, there was no one else here when I was brought here. I guess I was their first. Been here for a couple weeks now. Well, they got Derek and Tyrone here.
your friend the Dyer sends her regards and bade us find you as soon as possible.
Um, Is everyone safe at home? Was anyone else taken that we didn't see here?
Just you three that we're aware of.
I'd very much like to go home.
Oh, absolutely. We may have to spend the night here. It'd be more secure than the forest.
Better here than in the forest. But not in that bed. And she points towards the cage.
Oh no,
Certainly not.
you sleep in the fancy building tonight.
Yeah, I poke my head out. There's a bunch of beds in here.
Uh,
It's
before
a
you
fancy man's bed.
before you go, any of you adept at fixing things, perhaps?
I can put together a bow a bit.
We ideally we have a wagon wheel to fix, but if not, it's not an enormous loss.
No, says all of them.
I
We
think we
have
could.
no shortage of provisions if you hunger.
I can mend.
That may work.
You saw that wheel on your way in, Jules. It is beyond the mending spell. It's completely obliterated.
Yeah, mend won't fix shatter.
Oh,
Never
that's
mind.
right. We've tried.
Yeah, we have tried.
Please go help yourself to a warm bed and some food. We'll be taking watch tonight. You three have earned a stress-free relaxation.
They move inside.
I take the provisions and I start cooking breakfast. It's all I know how to cook.
We could take all of
Breakfast or
the
dinner is totally
provisions
good.
and all of the equipment and load them in the boat and see how we do getting that up the river.
That was a thought. Otherwise,
Can any of us sail though?
no.
How hard can it be?
But their horses are still hitched. We could just load up the horses as heavily as possible
That's true.
and then sell the supplies back at a discount to someone in town to defray our costs a bit and keep or sell the horses.
Wade,
Yep.
I'm going to search the camp to see if I could find maybe another wagon or something with a wheel that we could try to repair the wagon with.
Yeah, give me a perception check to look around.
Okay.
Nope. Nothing in the provision hut that you see would be usable as a wagon wheel or anything else around.
Okay.
Wait, I'm searching the house you put me in.
Nothing
The
beyond
building.
what I've already told you all that you found.
Okay, then I'll walk back out.
Yeah, just the collective goods.
I'll start, I guess, shoving bodies into a pile and like put some of these tarps over them.
Okay. You all will be able to arrange the bodies out if you want to, however you want. It is late now at this stage. Is there anything else you all would like to do for the evening?
You said there's like basic equipment. Can I scrounge 2 daggers from some of these guys?
Easily enough. Yeah.
Could I borrow as many of you as possible, actually?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
What you need?
I figure we should finish moving the wagon inside the gate and then close the gate for the night.
Yeah, we
bad
can do
idea.
that.
Oh wait, we only need one person for this.
No,
I put a hand on Alara's shoulder and I make her big.
And I go.
And Alara
Oh,
grows
there you go.
2 times the size.
And I pull it in.
Give me a strength check, Alara.
Yeah, sure. What am I adding to this with
I'll
the
take care of it.
Okay.
You
Yeah, I'd say
easily
that probably
managed
does it.
to hoist this cart up in your arms, easily wrapping it around and pulling it inside with no issue at all.
Yeah, your carry weight like doubles or quadruples. I can't remember exactly which.
Goodness.
And then you stomp away, gigantoid. before the spell eventually fades away and you're back to your normal size.
Great, thank you.
Good.
Hey, wait,
Luna.
how
Stretch,
big is that
stretch.
boat?
The boat,
Yeah.
about 40 feet long.
Is it small enough that it could be just pulled without the sails down, just pulled and ruddered? Or are we
The
taking our
upper-
lives into our hands if we try to sail it without sailing?
Do you have a profession sailing or anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Give me an intelligence check.
That's probably even worse. Or not.
Yeah. So while you don't have any professional experience on boats, you have been on a boat before.
2 boats.
You feel confident that you could just let this thing meander in the river, but there are some rough places in the river. If you were attacked on the river, you would have no way of coordinating this thing. It would probably be a fool's folly to try and use it without any expertise or any skill at all.
Well, maybe we'll be able to sail the entire camp in the boat. This is ours now. This is our camp.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose.
I run up to the guard tower, like full sprint.
Oh no.
Okay.
Is there something up there that would service as a pole or a spear or something?
You could easily grab a spear off the ground on your way there.
I rig the spear to stand up and I hang the bear pelt from it. Hi, this is Camp Tiny Worms now.
Baby worms.
Shut your fucking mouth. I've
I'm
got
not
the
okay
flag.
with this.
I name it.
I'm not okay with this. I will come up. Do not make me come up there and get that flag.
I didn't
First-
vote for this.
First thing you need to learn about humans. When
Don't
we
vote
plant
for
a flag,
kings.
it makes it ours.
Do you want me to go get that flag?
Yes.
And
I don't-
that is
I don't-
where we're gonna call it for the evening, I think. I think that's a good place to stop for the
Amazing.
night. Well, congratulations, you guys. You found the stolen people. You defeated the slavers. You freed the people without causing any harm to come to them. Congratulations on completing your first quest. You level up to level 4.
I'm excited.
And we convinced a random guy that some of us are demons.
It's true.
That was so much fun.
Convince is a word that's loosely accurate to what happened in that scenario.
Terrify.
At least we convinced him that we're insane.
That's probably more close to what was
You,
happening.
you keep saying we, but you mean Kip.
We probably shouldn't have told
It's
him
part
we
of
were baby
we.
worms, because now he's going to spread this rumor that we're cannibals and demons.
Let's go ahead and roll HP real fast for everybody. That way, if you want me to do a re-roll for you, I can do that.
Sounds good.
I forgot how we do that.
Just /RD, whatever you're gonna roll.
No whammy, no whammy, no
I'm
whammy.
good. I'm taking it.
Probably want that reroll.
You want a re-roll from me, Imnos?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You have a D8. Hey, there you go.
Ooh, that is better.
I'm going to definitely take a reroll.
It's the worst that can happen.
There you go. I'll get you one better.
You
Well.
doubled your result.
All right. All right.
I'll take
Kip
a
probably.
6.
We'll keep it. Yeah.
Trying to remember what the frick I'm rolling.
A D10.
You're rolling a D10.
That's what I thought.
You rolled the
All
second
right.
highest because you're not a barbarian. It's the one thing barbarians get. Because everything else sucks.
They also get their weapons exploded in their hands.
That's true.
Do I want to take the re-roll or not?
Ooh, what a gamble.
Eh, if you haven't
Depends
used
on
your
how
luck,
you trust
I
RNGesus.
did use my luck already.
I mean, you have a 60% chance of getting the same or better.
Ooh, talk math to her.
Oh boy.
He could fucking lie to me and I wouldn't know because I'm so bad with math.
He's right though.
Math rocks.
I get a stat point.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so just so everyone knows, level 4, you get a +1 to any stat that you want.
You know what, Wade? Go ahead. Let's
Ooh.
gamble.
Let's roll
All right.
those
Let it
dice.
ride.
Here it goes.
Gambling worked for me earlier.
Hey!
Hey,
Okay, let's go for it. Don't put
math,
me in even
yeah.
40.
There you go. Congratulations.
Math, fuck yeah.
I
Fuck
got
yeah,
that,
math.
I got
Oh,
that
yeah.
22 wisdom now.
Oh.
Ooh, that's good shit.
Oh, I get another invocation, so I can be even more annoying.
All right. Well, thank you everyone who's been watching the stream this evening. Very good
You're welcome.
climactic ending for everything. We will not have Horde of the Dragon Queen or Realms of Faroff next week. We're
What?
going to take a break for Christmas.
Oh,
The
okay.
holiday season, as it were, for all the different holidays that folks like to practice. But we will be back with more fun adventures. So stay tuned to any announcements on Facebook, or if you're in the Discord, we always have announcements up there. Have a great night, and we will see you for the next adventure soon.
Bye, Lorian.
Goodbye forever.
Bye.